What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're looking at a hand history. We are here with the legend, Jeremy from Singapore. What's up,
Hey
Jay?
guys.
So let's get started. So this is the
Awesome.
GGMasters 25. We late reg.
Yeah, Lee Reg did.
And the first hand, we start off exploitative. We limp with king four suited.
I don't think that's exploitative. I think that's pretty standard
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
because so what you want to do in PKOs is that you want to see if you're covered. If you're covered, then you generally want to play like two strategies, just limp or jam. You don't want to min raise when like the bounty is going to be a big part of your chip stack, right?
Okay,
Yeah, so this
I
is like
like it.
yeah, it makes sense, right? Because like if you raise like two big blinds, like easily the button can jam on you, the small blind can jam on you very wide. You know, this one the big blind we cover, but it still doesn't matter. Like
So if
you're
you
so
weren't
short.
covering the big blind, would you be V-pipping this hand?
I think maybe like it's on the edge, right? Because the thing is that if we
Mhm.
limp, we're gonna limp pretty wide, like like hands like suited, connected stuff, queen nine suited, queen eight suited. We kind of wanna don't mind seeing a flop. And like even if we get ISO raised off, it's like we just like lose one big blind, it's not the end of the world. But like if we get regemmed on, it's like not great. We
Mhm.
we're not gonna be calling out very wide. So I
The
think yeah, I'll be VPipping quite wide here.
the
Even if I'm
GTO
not covering the
wizard.
big blind. Yep.
I just pasted the GTO wizard 12 big blind cutoff.
Yeah.
Not PKO though, Joey.
Yeah, but GTO Wizard doesn't. They don't run their sims with limp. That's why you're gonna see
No,
quite
they do.
different.
No.
Some of them do.
Oh,
Some of them do.
This one has a limp
yeah.
from king
not
four suited.
not for PKOs though. Not for PKOs though.
Yeah, I don't know about the PKOs. I
Yeah,
can't
no,
speak to
they do.
those.
They have limp for classic, with some off like the below 20 BB, but they don't have PKOs. It's very hard to run limp, like like sims with limp because it makes the tree very big. So I think
This is
they do.
true.
Yeah.
I don't play or study PKOs much, but I do remember coming across someone talking about like a pro talking about these limp strategies before. So it's definitely a thing.
It's in Pad's coursework. It's pretty. I mean, that's where I first heard about it. He did his thing
Yeah.
with Pone Diddy.
That one's a bit outdated because
Mhm.
it's kind of old.
Louis,
The one that's really good is the one that came out after HRC Pro got updated to include post flop. So then you really kind of know like what's gonna happen post through like a millions of like iterations. So what they found out is that like a lot of different things, like you just want to limp, you don't want to like you just limp or jam. Like it's very easy to play, it's very intuitive. So if let's say I had like a high card, let's say king 10 off, I would just jam. We get called
Mhm.
by queen 10, king 9, 10 9 suited, all that
what
junk,
are you doing with aces? Are
I
you
think I
limping or
can. I wouldn't want to jam, so probably I'll limp, right? Like I jam,
okay?
I might just get fold. So I'll just limp the ISO, whatever we go post. We have 12 bigs.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
when I
see it
have a
coming.
limping strategy, I'd want to limp aces.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay.
We get
Yeah, go ahead.
that small. Bet and take. Let's go.
Yeah. No, felt really well. Just take them apart.
That was big, by the way. It was 2/3.
Yeah, I think whatever size this works.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
want.
I was just pointing it
Yeah.
out because he said small.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's still in pot, but yeah, I just like click the big bet. Want to get it in, get his bounty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What a weird play here, right?
Yeah, very weird actually. He called the big blind, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think what I do when people try to like donk boards that they're not supposed to donk, I just do whatever I wanted to do before he donked. So if like I was gonna bet and he donks, I'll just like raise. Or if I was gonna check, he donks, I'll just call. So that's like the kind of like the strategy I take when people donk boards where they don't have the range advantage or the nut advantage.
Mhm. What do you
it
think this
kinda
range is,
works.
comprised of, though? I feel like if a guy's getting a little out of line here, it's just, I don't know if he has too many donk folds for this size.
Um, honestly, it's like half pot. It can be random stuff, it could be ace five, it could be like ace three, just like a random pair, like a king. Like, why would you dump a king? Like a king can just check, let you bet,
Some people
It's
do
like
weird stuff,
no,
yeah.
so exactly. So it's like I'm not gonna think too much about what he's thinking because it's very random. But I'll just like, okay, fine, I have HX suited. Am I gonna fold? No, I can just call, right? I don't
I
need to
like
raise.
this. I like that a lot. You were
Yeah.
talking about raising and I was just thinking from like a donk fold perspective. I didn't like it as
Mhm.
much as call. I definitely want to continue. You got three high,
Yeah.
three low, backdoor flush, ace high. Like, there's a
Oh,
lot of good
yeah.
stuff that can turn.
Totally agree. Like totally agree. Like the thing is that like my hand just doesn't want to raise and get like three bet jammed. Like that sucks. But we're very happy to see a turn. Like
Yeah,
so
for
many good
sure,
turns.
for sure,
Like
for
this
sure.
one, like this one. Yeah.
This is like the nuts. Yeah, this is like one of the best
Yeah.
cards in the deck for you.
Yeah. Bring it. Yeah. Bring it on. Like
This is always at least a king now, though, right?
I don't know.
5-4 maybe sometimes.
6-7 of
c-
of
c-
random stuff. I don't know. It's random.
I would
We'll
agree. It's probably high frequency king,
A king or
though.
better is when I say king.
maybe, probably, but it doesn't matter because we have enough equity, right? So it's like, okay, we'll go. We'll see. Let's see your cards.
I don't know, it's probably not a king.
He's got diamonds or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at
enough.
this. Look
Ace
at this. Look
eight
at this.
off, baby. Like, look at this, man.
Spazzing.
I mean, I said random stuff. It was truly random, man. Like you
Okay.
can't
Yeah, he
can
earns
never
himself a
yeah,
tag in that situation.
Yeah,
man, yeah. Like I mean, like truly random, like ace eight. Like try guessing that, try hand reading that. So I just don't bother. I just like kind of play my hand. Yeah. What do you guys think about this one?
So there's a bounty on the table. So I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Like, I struggle with these spots because their ranges are wider than, they typically would be, but I don't know if I wanna gamble this much.
Yeah. I think it's like generally
All in
what
or
we want.
fold.
Yeah, we want some suited cards and some high cards. So these are high connected, but they're not suited. But I think this does very well. It does very well against like this random stuff. So I think I would go.
Yeah,
I would go with this one.
you wanna,
like, I don't hate it, but I'm not thrilled.
you wanna
Man, you,
ISO here for all the cookies?
just all in, all in, all you
Okay,
can eat.
okay,
I think I do that. If I fold, I'm very ashamed of myself.
okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Yes, let's go. So much dead money, guys. So much dead money. Like, see, this guy folds, which is hilarious. So like this guy's out. This guy's a bounty, and then you just have to win heads up.
You're
Easy.
gonna see stuff like 9-10 here sometimes, pocket five sometimes, five,
Wow,
nine,
5-9. Like
five,
what's that to
nine.
say?
He definitely had straight something in them bounties. This 5'9" guy, isn't
Yeah. So I mean, we cannot fold against a guy who will ISO with 5-9, right? So
Well,
this
that's
guy just
another
folded.
tag. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely tagging that guy too.
Just handing tags out. Left, right, and center. All these are weird guys. So very nice start. Very nice start to the
Which
late
tournament's
match.
this again? Is it the? I know it's
Masters,
GGMasters, the $25 one.
Yeah,
The bounty. So it's the GGMasters bounty, $25.
The 40k guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have, yeah, no worries.
The late one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great. Okay, ace king. Now
So
we have
you,
a stack.
you
Like
three
this really-
bet, he calls, C bet, standard.
Yeah, small size is fine.
I like this. You could three bet this.
So here's the thing, right? Like, I don't like three betting that much in PKOs. I
in
generally
PKOs
will,
when you better to flat a lot, isn't it? Especially
Uh,
like you don't want to squeeze the big blind out either. You want him in.
Well, check it out. Okay, so if you look at,
exactly.
alright, so how do you play this though? Okay, you flat. And the big blind jams and now like action's open to that guy with a mountain of chips.
Let him decide. Let him decide what to
Yeah,
do. We have
if he
position.
jams, you fall. If he calls, you call.
Yeah.
Easy game.
Man,
Hmm.
spoken like a true prodigy, honestly, because the value doesn't come from three betting this 84 big blind stack when we're covered, right? what's the best thing that can happen? We can't
I
only
guess
win
what I
six.
like to do, what I'm thinking of is like, I like to
Mhm.
present an uncapped range at the end of the day. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like you're super deep with the guy. And if
We
you
are
present
capped.
an
We are
uncapped
uncapped.
range,
Yeah, we are uncapped. We can have aces, kings, and everything because we're flapping most of our range because the big blind is very short. So if we cover, I would definitely flat like all my hands basically. Like maybe three bet
mm,
ace king, maybe three bet some 9 8 suited to balance a little bit, but like I will flat like most of my range. Why? Because like when you cover someone in a PKO,
mm.
if you three bet him, what's gonna happen? If you cover him, he's gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm covered. I'm just gonna play linear and mostly fold, or like just jam if I have a good hand or whatever." There's no value in that. There's no value. So what you want to do is you want to call to protect your range because people behind are gonna want to squeeze because they want that guy's bounty too, right? So if they squeeze, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have aces, you're gonna have kings, you're gonna have queens, you're gonna have some ace queen suited and stuff. So like they can't really squeeze you. Like you protect yourself from getting squeezed. And if they do, you have all these strong hands to protect your range.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
hate it. I
Yeah.
don't hate it. I just, it's just another perspective when there's a super short stack. That's kind of how I've been approaching it. No, I haven't
Mhm.
followed any coursework on that. It's just, it's kind of how I've been thinking through those spots.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's like it's just very like intuitive once you start playing this like flat heavy range because like so many good things can happen, man. Like let's say we have aces here, we flat. Like okay, we cover, we flat. Let's say we cover the first guy, right? We flat. The big blind could jam, right? This guy could be like, oh man, this guy's weak. I'm gonna re-jam king queen, not king jack off. We have aces, we call, we just stack both. You know?
Yeah, I definitely have that in my
Yeah.
game. I guess it maybe
Yeah.
starts, I guess I lean towards three betting when it's like super deep, like we're talking like
Yeah.
70 plus.
I think queen
Because,
nine suited is fair enough. Like a good candidate to three bet. Like it has some reason to three bet because you're gonna fold out some queen jack off. You're gonna fold out some queen
yeah,
10 and
sure,
stuff.
sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
sure. So I think this is like my style. But
No,
let's continue.
I like it. I definitely like placing traps against aggro players and PKOs like this, leveraging that the big blind's got a bounty and the guy opening is going to probably try to ISO.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
it's
for
good.
sure. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, we just fold. You know why? He raised again, right? 19 bigs. So we only
Yeah.
lose 2 bigs. And he tells us he has a great hand. So we just like lose the minimum. You know? You're gonna do that? Yeah, he dominates us. We just get out of the way. Easy. If he
Okay.
flats, different story, right? He flats, we might come in, we might flop a queen, we might get some money in bet. So yeah, never re-raise. Just always flat and protect your calling range. Because like it's very tricky.
What about
But
this?
okay. Okay, what do you guys think about this one?
It's not
I mean,
Let's
in a P.
let's just say like he has like a min bounty.
What are the stacks? What's his stack stat like? Is in starting stacks? How much is 16 big blinds
You can
at this
put it in
point?
chips and find out very quickly.
Oh, we can? Oh damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10K starting chips,
Oh
if
shit.
it's the late one.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay, okay.
I don't think you're gonna be folding at this point, just because
Mm-hmm.
it's like one. It's just over a start stack, and it's
Mm-hmm.
only 15 bigs. You want to be gambling for bounties with your stack size.
Is
You
it
have like
20K?
you have an hand that's
What's that, Louis?
Is it not
very
20K?
rarely going to be
The,
dominated. Like you
the
only
double
dominated by
stack
ace
is
king.
20K.
Okay,
Can we talk one at a time? I can't hear when two people are talking.
Yeah, let's take turns. All right. So what do you guys think about this one? Is it a call or a fold?
I like a
Let's
fold here.
hear. Okay, Louis likes a fold.
For min bounty, I like to fold here.
Positionally, I like a fold as well. Opening like early-ish position, middle of the field jams.
Mhm.
It's 20% of a stack, so it's big part of a stack if you lose.
Mm,
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I think in this spot, if we're assuming he still has a min bounty, since he has pretty much almost a min stack,
Mhm.
we can add what is it, 3% to our pot odds for a call? And
Yeah.
this might be a little outside that.
Okay. Yeah. I think, did I fold?
Yeah,
You did
Yeah,
fold.
Yeah, you
Oh,
folded.
yeah, okay. Yeah, because I think I thought I would call, but like I guess because like he's gonna be quite strong, you know, he's just
He
jamming
should be.
into like a 58, 39,
Yeah,
20.
like if it's cut off first
22.
button, I think you're probably gonna
Yeah.
call this spot, aren't you?
Yeah. And like although his bounty is still 25K, like 2,500 chips roughly, you know, maybe now it's a bit later in the tournament. It's gonna be slightly more, maybe almost 3K chips. But like I don't want to waste 3K chips when I'm like gonna be quite dominated. Like King 8, it looks good, but like it's easily dominated, right? It's not connected. So like
Do you
I
think you're
think
calling off with like King 9 suited then? As like
maybe.
King like King 10 or whatever. Just
The thing is that
and stuff.
it's a big field, right? It's about 2,000 plus runners. So when it comes to like big fields, the ICM matters a lot more. Like the chips are gonna become so huge eventually that like
Mhm.
the bounties are gonna become less important, and
Well,
it's different for small fields.
what stage
Right.
are we in at this point?
Yeah, in a
Man.
small field, you need to be gambling
I-
a lot more for bounties, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Plus, you want to like gamble to get more chips to get first,
Hmm.
right? But like a big field, the bigger it gets closer and closer to a vanilla type of range, right? Because the chips are just so like they're in the millions, and the bounties are like, you know, in the tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 at most, right? So this stage is gonna be like I late regged it. I think like 20 minutes left, so probably around late reg ending. So probably like 50% left, I think.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
usually late reg is around 50%.
Yeah. So I like my fold.
yeah, I like it too.
Great. Awesome. Yep, just flat here. Oh, I lead. Nice.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
do you lead here?
So I lead here because I have two overcards. I have a backdoor flush draw. I have like some 4x, and this guy, the guy in position doesn't. The big blind just has some random cards, right? So like I like to mix this up. Just beat small into two people. Usually the big blind gets sandwiched, he will fold. And like, you know, this guy's rarely gonna raise like 8-4-4. Like what's he gonna have? We block queens, we block jacks. If he has ace high, you might call once, you can barrel him off. We can turn a club, we can turn a 9, we can turn a 10. Lots of good reasons to lead
Okay,
small. Yeah. Okay, calls. There you go. Let's barrel.
so you're gonna barrel again, like
Yeah,
big?
we picked up equity. You know, he's never gonna have 5-6. We're gonna have more 5-6 than him. You know, I mean, like if he has sevens, whatever, you know, we just want to like bloat the pot a little bit. Uh, we have like two overcards and the flush draw. Like it's a really nice spot. You know, he's gonna have a lot of ace high, I think. Oh, I checked, eh?
Yeah,
Tricky. But I think maybe I want to check call. You know, I didn't want to get raised off my equity, so we'll see. Bet small. Yeah, check raise. My style. Like, what are you betting this so small for? Like, you just have ace high, right? So we're just gonna put some pressure. I gotta check call. Put some pressure. Got queen high. Oh, he calls. Come on, hit it, river. Man, you know, it's just so easy sometimes. You know,
yeah, push.
all skill, all skill. Yeah, just jam. Wow. I mean, I think I underestimated the strength of his hand, but I think we had quite good equity, you know.
You are blocking it, so you had it.
Yeah. Weird hand, but you know, we take it.
Yeah, I think if we miss,
We'll give up
'cause
probably,
I
you know.
think, well, no, I think I'm shoving there if I miss.
I think
After he
that's
calls the check
reasonable.
raise on the turn, he has a little something.
Yeah, I think so. Plus we have clubs, you know, we don't really want to have clubs, I think, because like if he calls a turn, he's likely not an ace high, so it's probably like a pair. Like, you know, like some nines or something. I don't really remember the board. Like some small overpair or middle pair. And yeah, like we don't really want to have clubs, I think, if we bluff. Like nines is obviously it's a boat, like maybe sixes, fives, something like pocket tens, maybe, you know, because like, or like an eight, maybe like something like 10-8 suited. I don't know. He has lots of
Do,
hands he could
do
have.
people call off rivers lighter because of bounties? If they think you're
Uh,
just going,
they sometimes do, because the thing is that like it's equity, right? So do you like, you know, the trick where you leave one big blind behind when you go all in on the river? Like that actually I think is pretty useful. Like you just go all in, but you leave one big blind, and if the guy jams you, you just fold to in spite, to like spite him, you know? Because like if he calls, uh, he's not gonna get the bounty equity, so it's like kind of like
Well-
disincentivizing him to call.
well, here the hijack can't win your bounty anyhow.
Yeah. This one
Does
will be
that,
covered.
how does that affect players and their ranges?
I think they call you a bit lighter because it's like I want his bounty, right?
Right,
So like,
that's what I was,
yeah,
that's my question. Will he call you off lighter if he thinks you're just playing for the bounty?
I think it really depends on how the player views bounties, because people there isn't like one way to play PKOs, you know, like people are still like kind of like confused, or I guess like maybe not so sure about the right way to play. Some people are very loose, some people are very tight when ICM comes, you know, some people jam the bubble very light because they think that they're going to get called very wide, but actually in theory you're supposed to jam very tighter than a vanilla, you know. So like I think it really depends on the player, so I'll probably make a note if I see like they do something weird. But yeah, I can't really answer it conclusively. It just really depends on who you're playing against. All right. So let's see. Yeah, we got
So
some
bet
equity
flop,
here.
bet turn,
Mhm.
and check on the river. You go for it. What do we do here? What's the play?
What do you guys think?
So what was it? I'm sorry, it went check flop, check turn.
Oh, bet flop, small. Bet-
Okay,
Okay, we bet.
he donked.
Wait,
Did he
he
donk
donks
the turn?
He donks turn. He donks turn. Yeah. Yeah. He donks the turn. So tricky.
I mean, if he didn't follow through on the river after he donked on that like blank three, I feel like you can definitely, go for a bet here.
Yeah, I mean we have 9 high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think like we can't win if we check. I would probably like to bet.
I
Maybe
You
think,
still,
I think you didn't get rid of ace high, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
no, he didn't get rid of ace high. You definitely have king X still concentrated in this range.
I don't know if 9-7 is a good combo, cause doesn't it seem like a lot of the bluffs are gonna be around either hearts or around a 9?
One heart, probably like the ace of hearts, right? So like maybe he has like
Yeah,
ace. Yeah, like the 9 is not great, I think, but the 7 of hearts, I think it's pretty decent to block some of his flushes and his like 7-8, you know. So I mean 7-8 of hearts is on the board, but you know he's in the big blind. He can have lots of stuff.
you don't have to go overly polar here. I think you could get away with something around like, I don't know, 8, 9 even.
I think probably around pot is what. Oh, hey.
I don't
You know
hate
how
pot. I
I think
just,
pot's good, you know. Like I like to size up a little bit because like I don't know, like I just think people are gonna call like ace high if I bet less than pot. So like I wouldn't go all in, but I think like pot is just quite efficient because now he ace high is in a tough spot, right?
Yeah.
Or like
Wanna get
I-
rid of ace
I
high.
think if I can jump in, I think you can have
Yeah,
room
come.
here for a smaller bluff. Because you also
Mhm.
want some thin value, so you need some bluffs to go with thin value. Like, King X with a single heart, and King Queen with the Queen of Hearts comfortably bet like 60% pot here for value. I think so. And this hand benefits from getting everything to fold. It's like he can have something like also a misdraw, like he can have Jack 9 with a single heart, Queen 9 with a single heart. He can have hands like
Mhm.
that are gonna have a hard time hearing. Like he's not really
Mhm.
hearing you with like Jack high,
Yeah.
Queen high much.
I agree. I think
And he
it's
can also just like
pretty
have some
steady
King
as
X
well.
that snaps you off here.
Yeah, for sure. Like his
Yeah.
line is kind of weird. I like it. Yeah, small
So
60% sounds great. Yeah.
and I wanted to say earlier there was the discussion of whether having a heart here is bad, but it's
Mhm.
it's not because it's not a misdraw. There's a flush on the board. So we do want to block flushes. I don't expect that there's tons of flushes in his line, but it's still nice to have a heart.
yeah, so like he took a call line on the flop, which
Mhm.
is gonna like definitely nuke some of his flushes.
Mhm.
And then he takes a donk when like, his hand would actually like, lose value, right? Like if he had a
Yeah, when
flush.
the 8 pairs, exactly. Yeah, so it's weird, but I just wanted to point out that it's not a missed flush. It's important for us not to
Yeah,
treat
yeah.
that as a missed flush.
I agree. I agree. I think smaller
And
bets
having a
sounds good.
9 actually blocks his 8 range as well.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't hate a big bet at all. You're just kind of repping a more narrow portion, I think.
Some buttons, you know.
Mhm.
This $25 GGMasters is like the Wild West. You know, I'm thinking that just wanna try and like, you know, make sure.
Yeah.
Don't be too fancy. Don't be too fancy. Keep it simple.
Yeah. Fair.
All right. There we go. Keep it simple, you know, bet all in.
I don't like your line here. I like to
Alright.
see bet small on the flop. He calls on the turn,
Two people call, yeah.
but this
Okay.
pick is a little bit out of line.
You can't feel too good when he calls here, I think. Like,
Cause he has some tens here, and is he really gonna pay off with king nine here?
I mean, the thing is that like I have to bet, right? Or I can like check calling doesn't make too much sense, I think. Like the board is like Badugi. So I have a jack as well. Like he doesn't have any missed draws. So I'm like, okay, this guy's a weird guy, you know, like who knows what he has. Maybe he has like
I think it's
ace-
better to check
ace
call.
high. But I don't think he has that many bluffs because I have a jack of spades. And it's a
he
Badugi.
took a betting line. He went bet, so I think you do wanna bet the river. I just don't,
It is thin. It is a kind of thin, but like I'm 74 big blinds. I have the negative risk premium, which
Mhm.
kind of incentivizes me to just like shove some money in. So like it's thin. Yeah, I understand. He could have 10x and own me, but it's not a big chunk of my stack. I don't think. Like it's worth
No,
the
but
risk.
he has better kings. He has better hand,
I
has
think
some 10x.
I think possibly because like I mean he could just have king 10. I could be drawing it as well, but like
King, queen is definitely a
king queen is
possibility
the
here.
thing. Yeah, king queen is the
Okay.
hand.
Put it another way.
And some 10x, like queen jack or queen 10 suited, jack 10 suited. Those are like real hands. Yeah, ace 10
For
suited.
sure. We
What I'm
brought some jack
thinking
10
here
though,
is,
but yeah.
what do you beat? You know, is
King
king
9,
nine, king eight, king seven?
pocket eights,
But
like
yeah, there's
ace-
queens or jacks in there.
maybe
You think?
could be
He
people
could have
He-
jacks sometimes. He shouldn't have
he-
queens much, but he can definitely have jacks.
9s, 8s, you know, like I
Mm.
bet really small. Let's see what he has.
Yeah. I think it's a 10 every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Lewis is right. Yeah, I value own myself there. So that was perfectly right.
Yeah.
Cause I
Awesome.
think if you check the river,
Too
you
thin.
have some bluffs, you know, and
Or
then.
maybe just check turn when we have this like weak hand three ways.
I
Like
I
maybe
like
this is
that
not,
one. I
because
like
this
that
is
one.
often a line where like we bet flop tiny and then turn we want to kind of polarize. It's like maybe I want to be betting like, ace king for value, definitely 10x. Maybe this isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. The small sizing's not terrible.
Like
The thing is that I was trying to get him to fold to get this other guy's bounty. You
Mhm.
see, like my small size, I'm like, dude, fold, like
Right.
get out of the way. I want to get the guy's bounty, but he keeps calling,
Yeah,
and I'm like really irritated by the river. So I'm like, okay, whatever. What do you got? And he's got like the ace 10. And I'm like, oh man, I just lost.
Which
like,
isn't even in range, but whatever.
yeah.
Ace 10-0 is not a call for him free.
Alright, so here, you took a call line. I
Yeah,
do
there we
like
go.
this. I do like
Yeah, I
this.
like the
That-
call.
that's
I
a
like
good,
this.
This is my jam, you know. This is my kind of stuff. Just
Yeah.
call and then watch the magic happen, you know. People behind they're just gonna do some weird stuff. But yeah, very
Now, this
ideal.
guy is definitely gonna put some
Now
chips
you-
in
Let's
and,
go.
yeah, this is,
He's
I like
he
this.
folds,
Like
he
perfect.
folds. Free money. He folds. Oh man, what a cooler. Yeah. So okay, but yeah,
Hey, but
see
you
like
chopped up that guy's money.
yeah, exactly. Luckily. Like people just don't think you have a strong range when you call. It's just very weird. Even at like high stakes, man, like they just just shove it in. They just want the bounty. Yeah. Okay, this one is like probably fold, right? Oh no. No.
He's
Fold,
already in blind.
fold. We have deep 7, guys.
yeah, but the big blind is all in.
I mean, I guess you can call, right? Like pre.
Well, that's what you're gonna do.
Ah, nice. Yeah. No, I realize we are the guy to complete the action. Interesting, very
A
interesting.
deuce, you gotta call a deuce?
Of course, we have the backdoor hearts.
Oh,
Oh,
raising,
we raise.
that's
Nice.
good, that's,
Show him our strength. You know, the strength of the deuce.
yeah.
Okay, we're
This
turning our
is,
bottom pair. We're
this
turning our
is
bottom pair
brave.
into a bluff. Yeah, we're turning our
Yeah,
bottom pair into a
this,
bluff. We have
well, it's
chips, we have
also on it's an ace 10 board. Like he's definitely concentrated around like a lot of this board.
I mean,
So
he has
this,
king. He has some king queen. He has some king jack. You know, he has some hearts. He has like some like weird pairs. We can try and bluff him off.
sure,
Because
sure.
like
I'm not saying you're dead in the water by any
I
means,
hope. Yeah, I wasn't very
but,
confident.
but this is risky business.
It is. It is. It is. Yeah, hey, you need to take risks. You know, to accomplish great things. So let's see what happens. Wow, what did we do here? Okay, we give up. We give
You're
up.
smoked, man.
I mean, the jack is really bad. The jack is really bad for my range, right? Oh, look at that. He has the best hand, you know?
Get
Like
the
the
heck
deuce.
out of
The deuce
here.
is like the nuts, man. We even block his heart draw. Right. So he has the hearts, but we had the heart to go with the hand all the way. And we win the bounty and we win the yeah, we do. We win the bounty in the pot.
Absolutely. I don't know if we can say out of line or just put
Maximum value, my friend. Maximum value.
maximum value or what else could we say here?
The only thing that didn't go right was him jamming the river and we call. That would be
Lewis
like
brain
fine
spazzing
pate,
out
you know,
right now
that
watching
would have
that.
been beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
So he didn't jam, which spoiled the whole storyline. But yeah, next time.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied with the pot. Yeah. All right, let's go. Card rush.
Do
So
you
this
just
one-
call here? Or you-
Man, I would be so tempted just to pile here.
Honestly,
Yeah,
you
but
can-
maybe he
I think-
wants to call because.
I think I call. Or
Yeah, that's what I
both
understood
work.
from
Both
his
work.
game, that he's
Yeah,
gonna.
both
call
work.
a lot.
I can do anything I want with this one, basically.
Okay,
And it's plus
but
EV. Yeah,
That's
call.
his game. He's waiting
Awesome.
for action.
Nice. Come on, jam it. Oh my god, these guys. Call, you know, don't need to raise.
Just let him give him your chips, huh?
Yeah, bet small. He falls, he got nothing.
Yeah, I think calling flop's fine. I think you could raise as well with like a kind of,
Mm-hmm.
one pair type hand, like sets can slow play.
Yeah.
Ace king can
Mhm.
put some pressure on.
For sure. Because we block the top pair, right? So like we kind of don't want to raise too much because he still has bluffs. But if you have like bottom set, you know, why not? Why not? You know, we unblock the top pair stuff. So this is good. We have like almost 100 big blinds. You know, we earned it. So we need to use our chip lead to good use. So we gotta be aggressive. All right, take it down. Wait, how do we lose 30 big blinds? Oh, it's GG structure, you know? Just
Yeah.
like go up one level and we just lose 30 big blinds.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, this one I 3-bet for some value against the button. I think it's fine. Just bet small. We fold because he jams 33 big blinds. I think that one is like optional, you know, but kind of just like went with the flow at the moment. Oh wait, did I do something weird? I think I did. Yeah, lead. I mean, I like this.
Yeah,
small line
this is not a
lot.
thing.
No, who says it's not a thing? They will fold.
I
You
mean,
see?
yeah, you're definitely gonna get away with it sometimes, but like button's
Because
just should just stuff it on you a lot.
Do you do it more often on pair boards?
I do it when yeah, like a board where basically like we have some backdoors, like we have some turn cards that
Mhm.
you can easily hit to barrel.
Okay,
And the thing is that,
Yep.
like it's things that don't really hit like the big blinds range, right? Because we want the big blind out.
the first time you did that right into a board where it was smashing the big one.
What was it? It was
8-4-4.
Look,
but
I like
that-
this choice
that's
of
a pair board,
hand
though.
because this is just kind of like a junky hand with some backdoors. So like any folds you get are good for you, obviously. Like you have jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
we
but I
have
just
very
don't think
little.
this is a spot because like just consider your range small blind versus button. Like button raised with ace king, king queen, king jack. How many of those hands do you have here flatting small blind? Like you just
I
don't have a lot of
some.
that stuff.
I have
Yeah.
some. Like
What I was
ace-queen
gonna
jack-
say is, I do like,
So,
donking on these type of textures, and like the theory I think is pretty solid. I think the one thing that I'm kind of not a fan of that Tim's alluding to is, the kings are more concentrated in like the buttons range than yours, just because you should be raising in theory, I think, more king X.
but
It's,
it's not clear for me. Let the guy speak. Alright?
Okay,
Why do you
no,
do this on
yeah.
pair boards multi-way?
Okay, so here's the thing. The thing is that like 8-4-4, the previous board,
Yeah.
yeah, like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really smash the big blinds range. Maybe it does. Like he could have an 8, but what's the worst that can happen? He's just gonna call or raise. I'm just gonna lose 1.77 bigs. Like that's a very small investment to potentially like take down a pot or set up a multi-way bluff. Like I'm not investing most of my stack on this
Okay,
bluff. It's like a very cheap bluff that like whatever happens, I can just fold and lose nothing. I have a shit hand anyway. So it's like I just do this weird thing. People when they get put into nodes that they're not familiar with, they kind of like panic. They kind of like just not react very well to it. Like this guy could have like ace 10 with a club and be like, oh my god, what do I do? I fold. Because this is not a line that people play, right? Like this is weird. And it's very cheap. Like it just needs to work like once in like 8 times and it's like super profitable.
okay,
So like
very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I
Explore
just think
it.
you should be aware that like it is an exploit.
It is.
And so like
It's
be
not-
aware
it's
of like
not
what the
GTO.
counter exploits are. The counter exploit is of course like when your opponents figure out you're doing this, they're just gonna like click it back at you with some like random crap, like single club type hands, like you said. And then like you are kind of losing a lot. I think most
Yeah.
of our opponents don't really have that in their game. Like they're just gonna like play very face up and like continue with like
Mhm.
king X and like maybe queens and jacks and better, and like you're good.
Mhm.
Good club draws.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree.
What king X do you have there when you
King-
call
King
it's
3
king-
suited, king 4 suited, king 5
I'd
suited.
say you have a lot of suited kings here, don't
No,
you?
king
Small.
10 off, king 10 off. I'm not jamming those, right?
Okay,
King 10
question
off,
for you.
some king jack, yeah.
Do you do it on other textures or is mainly pair boards?
I actually just like randomly look at the board and then like I just decide if I want to donk. So I also donked one in a monotone board in like the high roller, and it was kind of cool because like I donked really small in like ICM on like a monotone board because I thought that small blind, like I didn't have the suit, like I had like 6-8. I think it was 6-8, but it was like clubs, and like the board was like diamonds or something. So like I donked super small, like 1.5 bigs. The big blind folds, the other guy calls. All right. I turn a double gutter, like we just randomly turn a double gutter. I bet 40%. The guy thinks a while and folds in like a very deep ICM, like heavy pot. And I'm like, man, this is like so good, because like I risk so little. I have so all the flushes, right? He's gonna think this guy donked the small blind into 2 people. He's from the small blind. He's calling all the suited like 9-10 suited, 9-7 suited, 8-6 suited and stuff, right? That makes sense, right? But like he doesn't know I don't have the suit, So it's like my range kind of looks good, but it's actually just like
I would just be
stuff
careful
that I could
donking,
have,
donking mono boards from the small blind. You're gonna run into a lot of flushes in the big blind.
But the big blind also completes quite a few offsuit combos, no? Like high cards. So like I have the most flushes of the 3, I think, because small blind will likely not
Probably.
call. Yeah, like he's calling a lot.
Probably
of
true,
suited
actually.
stuff.
More, but they have weaker.
You have offsuit combos too, though.
No, yeah. The thing
I wanted
is
to
that,
say just one
yeah,
more
go
thing
ahead,
about
go ahead.
that last one. I think
Mhm.
like I said, I think the exploit is reasonable. I think you're onto some good stuff. I think you can get pretty out of the line. Like that's part of where like profitable poker comes from. I would drill in a little bit more about like range v range. Because like doing it on king, like LP said, like you're at a disadvantage, a pretty big one. If I remember right, in three-way solves, we see more small blind leads in like on the like Jack 10-9 region, because you flat just like so much stuff that interacts with that, because like you have like a lot of queen 10, you have king jack sometimes, you have queen jack, you have just a lot of that like lower Broadway stuff. So like, big blind is, 8 to 5. They have probably the most range advantage.
Agree, yeah.
Pre-flop raiser in position probably has the most range advantage around ace and king. And so you're
Mhm.
like in that like high middle section of the deck. I think that's what I remember from small blind leading in multi-way solves. So just like,
Yeah,
you might
no,
just like do
totally,
some,
totally agree, yeah.
yeah, like pull up some like
Very interesting.
three-way spots and see where like the solver is like starting to do it the most, and that'll like be a flag for you of where it's the most profitable to run with it.
Yeah.
Bro,
Look
this
at the
guy's made like
DPO.
30 grand in like the last 2 weeks. I'm
Yeah.
not studying solvers. I wanna donk king 4 boards.
Yeah, like you guys
Yeah,
are like,
yeah.
oh, it works like this, like this. Maybe we should listen a little bit here.
No, I didn't.
No,
But I
I
said,
think,
hold on. I want to repeat what I said. Look for
yeah,
where like the slivers are coming in and like the equilibrium solver, and that's like a good spots to run with it. You know, like you're gonna overdo it, but like look at what spots it thinks the range is the best for you.
no, I agree, man. And like,
Yeah.
like I'm learning a lot as well. So I totally agree. I've been looking a bit at like the DTO kind of stuff, but I only got past like ace high boards. So yeah, I will keep an eye out for those. Three-way is really cool. But yeah, so the one last thing I'm gonna add about this topic is that the main reason why it's like I think it's good as an exploit is because it's very cheap.
Yeah,
It's very low risk. Like you know, even if it sucks, like the board is not like perfect or anything, like we risk very little. And like look, they keep folding. They
Yeah.
keep folding because they don't know what to do, you know.
Well,
do
I
that
think
as
that's
well,
the power of it is
Yeah, that's
like,
the power. It's
people,
cheap.
everyone studies these spots and they're like, oh, that's not a thing. And then
Yeah,
they spaz out one or they just don't know what to do, you know?
Yeah,
And they're
so, yeah.
making,
Mhm,
you're printing money
mhm.
because they don't know how to react.
Yeah, right now, but the meta could change, you know. But right now, it's kind of useful when the thing arises. So
And probably you have it there sometimes. So
yeah,
then you're donking when you haven't.
awesome. Yeah, exactly. Maybe
Huh.
one day I'll have it. And we'll see. Maybe one
Yeah,
day. So
and
far,
then
it's
they pay
all
off.
bluffs. You know, so far it's all bluffs.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
see a study
okay.
session here and they think, oh, he's bluffing. I call you and then you have it.
All bluffs, man. All bluffs. All right. I'll link the other hand in the Discord. But yeah, let's continue first. Okay, what do you got? 8-6 again. Oh my god. So easy call, I think.
I don't know, is it?
You cover everybody. I think this is a very easy call.
Yeah, connected, right? You
Okay.
can go for
Big blinds
dummies.
for the bounty.
Yeah, so no funny business on this one. I'm not like completely crazy.
Just
So
from the
this
small.
one- Yeah, just from the small line, out of position, you know. Probably check this board as well, but like I think people play quite passive when it's ICM, so let's go for a small bet. I think this one in theory is like a big bet. No, not really, because 4-5 is straight, right? So like you can go
Just a
medium.
bet small, it's fine. But you wanna
Yeah,
have
it's fine.
spade when you bet, I think.
Yeah. I think this is more like a check back, but I think probably this guy was like there's a passive guy, so I just want to put a bit of pressure.
I agree. The equilibrium is like if he's folding just a little bit too much, you can pretty much just bet 100%.
Yeah, like it's kind of deep in the tournament. People kind of want to save their chips and not as like loosey goosey as before, you know. So yeah, easy fold. Post the hand. Okay, pocket fours. Yep, no point doing anything funny, you know. Just fold if we don't hit the set.
Full here?
No, man. I think because it's one thing, it's like raise, 3-bet, jam. So this one is like where the ranges get really strong, you know, because it's like raise, call, 3-bet, jam. So like we're against 3 ranges. Even if one guy is pretty bad, like I don't think we want to call off like 30 big blinds with 9-7 suited.
No, bro. Yeah, it's
No,
easy fold.
Yeah, easy fold. Yeah, pocket tens. Yeah, we're not drawing super good against that one, I think.
Alright, this one's a little interesting to me. A little bit.
Call. Let's call, man. Call. 10 big blinds behind. Oh man, both of them call. Come on, nice flop. Man, this is like the dream. Oh man, they just fold.
No, that's the dream.
Oh,
When you turn that,
this is perfect, you know. He has quads.
Do you think
No.
you need it to win the hand? I don't think you need it. I think just a pair of jack is good.
I mean, probably. I mean, I could. He had some equity on the flop, but he was drawing dead on the turn. So yeah, I think
He thought that turn was good for him.
he thought so. Yeah, I honestly I don't think he should jam any either way. Like that turn is very like coordinated, you know. So probably just want to check. Yeah, I got a gut shot. I like to bet big-ish on these boards because yeah, we got lots of equity. Don't have a diamond, so probably slow down maybe. Oh my god, I have no like.
Is this a downsize?
Yeah. I think because like it's a bad card for me, so I bet smaller. Although it is out of line, like this one is kind of
Yeah, I think
like the
that should-
4 is good for him. The 4 is
That
good
should
for
clearly
him.
be a check.
It's a
The flush
Oh.
hitting and
yeah.
It might be the
Like,
worst card for you.
I could own myself here. You could just like have a 4 or a flush, and I'm just like giving away money. So
Yeah.
don't try this at home, kids. Let's see.
This is a little bit thin in my mind.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
kind of
like
get
it.
called by like 8x. It's like conceivably but like 8x should be aware that like your ace X got there as well.
Yeah, I don't like this one, honestly. Like it's not
Well-
doesn't achieve much. You know, he's either folding or I'm just dead. I think.
Yeah.
So don't like the turn bet and don't really like the river jam.
And he can have a little bit of like one pair that picked up two pair there, like ace 8, ace 3.
Yeah. I think the turn bet is just out of line. Doesn't make much sense. But it's fine, you know, we got away with it. And we just want to get
What?
it in against this guy.
What does cutoff supposed to have here? Like,
I mean, he has like 4 blinds. I don't care.
yeah,
He has
I mean,
4
sure,
blinds.
it's just
Who
ridiculous.
cares? Just get it in and see. Like,
I was
what do you have,
wondering
man?
what was going on, because I was
What
like,
do you?
what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, he has 4 blinds.
I didn't.
That's
He has
fine.
4 blinds. He can have any 2 cards. and-
Pocket fours, yeah, sure. So
well,
you were
pocket
live the whole way. You were extremely live.
Yeah, lots of outs. You know,
What do you
And
do?
bounties. Yeah, you generally just want to be like not afraid to look stupid. This one, I think, because he was such an early position guy, I kind of like. I think jamming is actually not bad, but I don't know how deep this is. So probably like calling is also reasonable. Like maybe he was just like a tight guy, but of course we flopped the set, you know. So like nothing much to discuss about this one. What did he have? Yeah, see, super tight, super tight. Yeah, like I wouldn't jam if like a guy I cover is 3-betting me in ICM because they always have it. So like, I guess we cover, so we have to call pre. So
Hear me out. Out of line spot for a donk or a check raise. You have some
let's see.
backdoors.
No, man, no donking the big blind, man. Like only small blind. Like it's too much, man. It's too much, man. Like my like it's gonna.
But also-
yeah.
I guess
What?
the thing that's
Go
nice
ahead.
here is like I think the donking has an advantage when stacks were like 15 to 20 big blinds because there's so little room to maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
But here, like you have more room to check raise, flop, bet turn, and then either improve on river or give up or triple it.
So
Yeah, like,
what do you make
be
of a big
normal.
bet like that?
That he has like some equity that I think I need to fold to his bet and not be too out of line. What the heck, man? Come on,
Yeah,
man. What am I doing?
I
man?
don't hate it. I mean, you have a variety of backdoors. You have no showdown value.
I hope I
I've
get
s-
punished this end. I hope I get.
I've seen
punished.
worse.
I hope I get.
I've seen
punished.
worse.
Like this is not what I remember of myself. I'm so ashamed.
I think
I mean,
like
he bets-
7-5 would be an extremely good candidate.
Not
Or-
bad. Yeah. I mean, I do have like not bad like backdoors. I have the heart. I have
No, yeah,
the-
this is very reasonable. This is very reasonable.
But he bet
And you actually
big.
have the backdoor up to
That's
the
the only
queen as
thing.
well, for what it's
Mhm.
worth.
Kinda double dipping on like
Yeah,
the idea you were presenting earlier. Like, I don't know necessarily how many people are balancing like weaker hands in a range where they're betting smaller than, or they're betting larger than like a third. So I just feel like, half pot here is probably just more concentrated with value more frequently. So I would, personally, I think it would probably make sense to maybe, play back at it with a little more equity. I feel like you're just gonna get hurt here a lot.
Galen, I think that's a good rule. Go bonkers against the small C bet and be really cautious against the medium or big C bet.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Got to be bet size sensitive. Very
I
important
think it makes sense.
concept.
I think it
Yeah, I
does make a
don't-
lot of
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, this is a bit spewy. See. Look at this.
Yeah, this is
Look at
just,
this guy. Look
this
at this
is
guy.
aces,
The size
kings,
knows.
ace, queen.
Ace, queen, yep,
Mhm.
Yeah, this
nut
is not what-
diamonds.
Pocket
Yeah,
kings.
yep. Very, very bad play by this guy.
Make sure you size up your bluffs against astute opponents like Galen.
Yeah, I'll fold. You'll print money. You'll print money if you go half pot or larger.
Yeah.
Unless you're Louis.
So weird
So,
spot on
yeah.
the turn. Betting's fine,
that's
but
true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a lot of equity, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to bet it. You might just check it.
I think both are fine, because yeah, I mean, I value myself again with the 9-4. So probably check is like better, right? Like he's gonna check back the better 4x. So like just spewing like lots of chips around.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a polarization error, I think. Like you
Mhm.
just, and hard to say if he's gonna really spaz that much with just like airballs there, but he should have some
Yeah.
airballs after calling one big blind on the flop, and you should wanna give him a chance, and you'll probably make
Yeah.
more money from those hands than you will from, because anything he calls you with there just has you cooked.
Yeah. No, I think
the threes
I
were
mhm.
too deep.
Not really. Not really. Because you see, like the big blind has 8, right? The
Yeah,
small blind has
no.
13. This guy with
If the
31.
button had 25, I'd be all for it, but I think 30 is a bit too much for threes.
I
But-
think the dealer is like probably either he had like a decent bounty or like I think it's fine actually, because like let's say he calls like ace king, ace queen,
Yeah,
you know,
Of course,
jack.
you
Like,
have
we're still flipping, right?
51% equity or whatever.
Yeah, okay, it's true. He
He's probably
sometimes
gonna
has
have a
pairs.
tough time calling me like 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah,
He's
exactly,
he's just gonna be
exactly, like-
folding, man.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is
like,
a,
next
yeah,
time bare hands fold,
this is not bad from like a PKO adjustment.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate this at all. And you might even get better to fold. Like the guy with 32 there might be folding 4s, 5s, 6s sometimes.
Yeah, that's what we were
exactly.
saying.
Yeah, I don't
Sometimes.
hate this. If this
100%.
is just a little bit out of line, I think it's still
Yeah.
solidly plus EP.
Yeah, because yeah, go ahead.
I'll concede that it's only a little bit out of line. Because if he was a bit shorter, it'd be standard.
And then I think it
Yeah,
depends a
yeah.
little bit like on where exactly you are. Like as ICM increases, you just see plays like that constantly.
So
And
for
also-
me,
you're-
I'm starting to figure him out. He's a batshit crazy at the beginning of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The end is gonna be the exact opposite.
Oh my God, you're gonna enjoy the
No.
later
So you-
part of the tournament.
You
No,
have 2 times this chip stack, yeah? Would you do it like when the guy has 31 and you have like 45 bigs? Would you jam the threes there?
No. I would not
Okay.
jam the trees because I have too much to risk. My stack
Yeah.
is like, let's say he calls, like wakes up with 7s or something. He calls, I lose. I have 15 blinds. Like I'm the
That's
short
terrible.
stack.
Yeah,
Like, that's
equivalent.
terrible. Yeah. The other one I have like 30 if I somehow bust, which isn't likely, right? Like most of the time it's gonna fold. Sometimes we get the big blind or the small blinds like bounty or like it's fine. Because we have the stack to gamble. The negative risk premium increases as your stack increases. So like if you have like 200 big blinds, you're like jamming any too. You're like just going whatever, because you have so many chips, and you're incentivized to just like get it in to get the bounty. Yeah. So I would not risk more than half my stack as a rule of thumb.
Yeah,
Right. On these risky plays, right? Like risky play, okay, half my stack, that's it. And then after that we're playing tight if we get caught. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, see. Like this guy's 33. Yeah, this is min raise. Because our position is a bit earlier. This one, no point jamming, We have trees. We flip with everything, we get called. It's like not great. We don't have much fold equity. In a vanilla, we have tons of fold equity, but in a PKO, we don't. Oh, I have a set again. So just call. Big bet. Yeah. this call because, you know, we're not keeping in. Very bad turn. But,
Ooh, why would you bet this turn?
I think he has like some like non-4x cards, I think. You
He
know,
donked,
sometimes
right?
has,
He donked flop and now he checks.
yeah, like he checks. So like I think he doesn't have that much 4x. He might have like a bottom set, maybe. He might have 7-5, 7-6, maybe.
Yeah,
You know?
sure, but, like, okay, let's say he has 7-3, he has 5-7, he's got two pairs and stuff like that. When
Yeah.
you're betting like really large like that, I mean, I guess he's not gonna just fold those out of the blue.
He's not, yeah. We want to get his
So,
second
and you
before
do
I
need
wouldn't
to,
go bigger than half pot though.
you
I
do need more
agree.
chips in. You do need more chips in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, after he donk checks, how many 4X does he really have in a donk check?
Yeah, I'm not
Big
buying it.
donks and
Like, would you?
checks, yeah.
Yeah, like nobody donks like 7-4 or 5-4 on this board and then checks when they hit the straight, right? Like it's kind of like not intuitive to do so, you know?
I
Like,
think you can
yeah.
only bet like 7 chips here and it's still great. Like you don't have to quite go as big.
How big did I go? I think
I think you went 10. Like this is
Yeah.
fine. This
Okay,
should be fine.
okay, I don't hate this, thinking more about it.
this is geometric, no? This is geometric because I bet half pot.
Yeah,
He
Half
has
and half,
30.
yeah.
Yeah, so I bet half now, it's 40. He's gonna have 20. I bet half and half. Very
But
smooth.
hear me out. Do you think? Actually, no, it's fine. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I did not plan to bet geometric. You know, this is just total random, like luck.
Oh, you
So,
should just
yeah.
stick with the story, man. You were like, I bet geometrically here to get stacks in.
No, actually, I like what you said about this hand, because no one is gonna dunk here, make a,
Yeah.
and then check.
Yeah. Yeah. You donk a 4 randomly, you
donk-
make a straight, you check. Like who does that?
you
You know,
donk-
nobody does that. Yeah.
But definitely, I know because I'm a big blind dunk. Like I
Ah.
do it a lot, and then if
Mhm.
I'm either gonna rep something or I have it. Either way, I'm betting this one.
Yeah.
You don't
the
check
only
a
time
4
you
cuz
check.
you don't expect to get bet into very much, right? Like
When he checks, I like the logic of
it's
like.
not worth
he
trapping.
doesn't
Yeah.
have it For
Yeah,
sure.
it's a lot of just like two pairs, pair and like 7-8, you know, like 7-6, 7-5. You know, I block a 5, but it doesn't matter. He just has one of those hands,
Yeah, it's good.
you know? Yeah. He folded, yeah.
I just worry I'm like getting too greedy on turn. He's gonna fold his 2 pair, but
Man,
probably not.
always be greedy. Always be greedy. Greed is good, you know? You gotta be greedy to get max value. Like, what's the worst that can happen? He folds. That's fine, you know? What's the best thing that can happen? You just win all the chips. So like, yeah, just always be greedy of value, honestly. Like, I think that
Got you.
like most of the EV in poker is just coolering the shit out of people. Like you have a
Yeah.
great hand, they have a great hand. Chips go in, you win a lot of chips, you know. Like bluffing, all that is just kind of just to like mask or like to support that part of the
Mhm.
game. Mhm.
Yeah, just to force them to have to call when you have it.
Yeah, really easy. Big pot, big hand, big pot. That's what I always say. Big hand, big pot. All right, all right. So just easy call. No need to squeeze.
Think I call here.
I like folding at a
Uh,
position
No.
to 2, I think,
three,
but you
yeah,
know,
three-way.
it's
bottom pair
whatever.
is
I don't
fine.
think it's bad, Louis.
yeah.
I think you're
I
right,
think
Louis.
Think you're better off
Yeah.
calling a 5 here than a jack.
It's reasonable to call, but like I think we're kind of deep and like there's not too many cards that I really like love seeing. Like, okay, 5 is good.
4
This
or
guy
5.
could
Yeah.
squeeze, you know, like this guy is like the early position guy. Like early position guy's gonna check a lot of his range, a lot of his jack X, a lot of his like he has some hands, you know, that will squeeze me out. I cover both, yes, but like I don't have the backdoor flush. So like I think when I have the bottom one, if I had 5-7, I would definitely call. If I have the bottom one, I think I prefer to have at least the backdoor flush draw.
Okay.
That's just the way I look at it, right? But
I-
yeah,
I get that,
reasonable,
'cause-
very reasonable to call as well.
A
It's
4
small
is
size.
cleaner than a 7 though.
Yeah, like, in heads up, I'd call 100%. If the guy wasn't around, I call 100%. You know, like I just didn't want to. We're deep, you know. Like
It's
things
bottom
can
Right,
happen.
because like you were saying, you're not even guaranteed to see a turn here.
Yeah.
Because
No,
like
it's
if
better
I'm in
when
under
you're
the
deep.
gun, I just very
Mhm.
frequently have pocket
It's
queens there and
marginal,
I'm
though.
check raising.
Yeah, Yeah, I think just a little bit conservative there. Easy call, easy
It's
call,
fine.
easy call.
Totally fine either way.
Yeah, good call.
He donks, we call. Oh, now we re-raise. That's fine. I
He
don't- I
clicks
think-
it. He clicks you.
Okay, maybe the raise was especially.
No,
for
you're
this
just gonna
guy,
get
you
it
know?
in there. You're just gonna
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
in. Whatever. Okay.
Oh no! Yeah, this hand. What the hell, man? Deuce 7, man. Yeah, I remember this hand. I remember this hand. Deuce 7. Deuce 7.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean,
You got scammed.
Man.
it is very difficult to win the GGMasters. This is why. You cannot beat this this strategy. The click back with the Deuce 7. Not like everybody forgot that he opened Deuce 7 under the gun. He opened
Hijack.
He
big
raised.
blinds. Yeah, he raised with the Deuce and the 7.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But you also,
Then-
don't forget, you did the 7 deuce off trick as well earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh, what goes around comes around.
Yeah, so
Man.
GG Masters, it's a lot of 7 deuce.
Oh,
That's why I have 2 of them.
natural 9, you know. What
Yeah,
can you do? It's a Asian site, you know. Gotta
So facing an under the gun limp, do you think, is this a raise you normally do, or did you just miss the limp?
No. I think I made the raise slightly bigger. I don't want to make it like 3, you know, because like why bloat the pot? Just because one guy limped. I'm like, okay, you limp. I'm just gonna give you like plus 0.5 to my
Well,
normal
following that
raise.
logic, why wouldn't you just limp behind?
I think my hand doesn't like to go super multi-way. So
Sure.
like I rather just like raise a little bit, you know, like at least make the small blind like have to call 2 big blinds rather than just like complete for 0.5. So like I kind of deny the equity of the blinds, and I also look kind of strong, you know, like I'm early position. This guy limps. I just like ISO. Like this hand is a really like standard ISO hand, I feel, but I don't want to do it too big, you know, just because like I don't want to entertain his limp with like too much of an overreaction. I just want to be like 2.5. Okay, fine. I like 2.5.
Would you make it bigger with like aces, kings, queens, ace king?
I would make it bigger if his bounty was bigger. You know, like if it's a huge bounty, I'll make it 3.2, something like that.
But
just
he,
to,
but
like,
does he cover you?
oh yeah, he does cover me.
Yeah, not by much.
Yeah.
So if you covered, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I think covered as well. Like it's not too bad to raise a bit bigger because like he's gonna have odds to call against your raise. So like
Mhm.
making it a bit bigger would like just punish his like worst hands. So I think both ways it kind of makes a bit of sense to make it bigger. So yeah, maybe I didn't notice. I don't think I noticed that he covered me. Like this is the 7 deuce guy, if I'm not wrong. So
Oh,
like,
yeah, so
yeah,
he's a
like
wild card, right?
yeah. Like his range and his chips.
So,
are, like,
something I asked this question because something I intentionally do sometimes
Mhm.
versus like EP limps is I'll raise like a standard size and pretend I didn't see the raise. So it gives them a lot of room to come back over the top. Cause I mean, a lot of these EP limps, they do that to limp raise.
Do you want them to come over the top?
Yeah, I do it with nutted hands like ace, kings and like kings or aces, like top of my range type things.
So what do? Do you just min raise?
Yeah, sometimes. Like at
Um,
35, I might make it like 2.2 or something like that. Like whatever I was standard raising from that chip
Okay,
depth.
yeah. I think if you think the guy is gonna limp raise, then yeah, that sounds great. Like it sounds like a good strategy because they're like, oh yeah, this guy missed it. I'm just gonna like come over the top with my ace king.
Mhm.
You just call aces, you stack them. Sounds awesome. But I haven't really encountered that strategy too much. Actually, no, I did actually, but like it's very random. Like so, I don't believe they'll do it, but sometimes they do like the limp in ICM, and then I'm in the big blind. Make it 4, and just jam on me, and I'm like, oh shit, I have king jack, and I fold, and I feel like a fool. So maybe I need to pay attention to the limps more.
Yeah, I was just kinda curious what your thoughts were on it. Like if,
I think
hide
it's good. I
behind
think it's
king
good.
jack a lot.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I think you almost
Okay.
pure check behind king jack off.
Yeah. I should pure check the king jack off. So definitely out of line by me. But okay, so we go for the 3-bet. Yeah, this one I like go for 3-bet because we're in the big blind and it sets up. So it's nobody to trap behind us.
So it doesn't look like you really, like in these PKOs, implement much of a 3-betting strategy pre-flop. Like, it's not a
Nope.
huge part of your game.
No, in fact, it's like mostly like I just flat everything because
I don't hate, I mean, I definitely don't hate that at all. I was just kinda curious. It just
Mhm.
seems like it's not really a big
Uh,
component of your game.
So I'll start 3-betting when ICM gets pretty heavy.
Heavy,
Right?
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yep.
and I 3-bet a bit more polar.
Mm-hmm,
Because like if I 3-bet a6 off, like I can't call a6 off, right? A6 off. I
mm-hmm,
3-bet a6 off, they fold, ace9 off. They
sure.
fold, king 10 off, all that stuff, the good stuff. But only when ICM is heavy that I don't want to play too many calls. Right. So I get the steal pots, kind of like a vanilla a little bit,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but yeah, like in PKOs, the EV just really comes from calling, from getting them to put chips in the pot, and then just like accessing as many people's bounties as possible.
No, you're exploiting over aggression in some spots by, presenting a
Absolutely,
capped
absolutely.
range that's
Mhm.
actually very, very strong.
Yeah, I have endless screenshots of like just people just coming over the top for like 50 big blinds with like just like king, jack, and stuff. I have like queens, call, get 2 bounties, and then you got a big
Well,
stack.
it's interesting because you seem to do really well in these deep stack turbo formats, which are like everyone's on fumes by the end of those tournaments. So, I mean, there's obviously something to that.
Wait,
What?
Erkan, sorry, can you, well, I can just watch the recording. I was gonna ask you
Sorry?
to repeat I was gonna ask you to repeat what you said, but I'll watch the
No,
recording later.
I can. Just real quick. Just basically that this like in PKOs, the EV comes from calling. The EV doesn't come from like 3-betting and getting someone to fold. It comes from calling, accessing as many bounties as possible, which means the people that are in front of you and the people that are behind you. And the best way to do this is to have a really strong calling range, right? So like it's a bit different when you're covered and not covered, but in general, just like when you're covered and there's people behind you that will either number one squeeze, number two have like a really short stack that they'll call and you can possibly stack them post. You really want to like consider mixing in some calls with the strong part of your range.
Cool,
Because,
Mhm.
like,
okay.
yeah.
And so you're 3-betting, the 3-bet when there's ICM, so you don't want to play post flop.
Yeah.
It's
understand.
basically what Jeremy was saying the other day as well in Discord.
Oh, the Malaysian Jeremy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All
So
So
more trapping.
Really interesting take.
we're protecting our range and letting people in and
Then
not
I
chasing
overcalled aces and I
executing.
played a 5-way pot. It was fun.
Ideally, you have access to as many bounties as possible. That's
Yes. Lewis summed it up perfectly. Okay, so let's continue. This must be getting quite deep, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
Let's see. Ooh, a spicy call. I don't like my combo. I don't like my combo, but I guess it's small enough that I'm like the last one to act.
Mhm.
I think I was
Yeah.
hoping to hit the 6, maybe. Here's some
How
draws.
many, Louis,
Yeah, I
will you
folded
switch it to chips real quick? Just to take a peek?
Yeah, it must be like kind of like a lot of chips, right?
So you've got like 33
Whoa, that's a
starting
lot of chips.
stacks.
Yeah. So now bounties are not like the big
one
deal.
47 to go and we're at 55.
You're probably around like 200 runners to 100 runners left or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Like I should be playing a bit more conservative now, like with my chips, not just like splashing around like a guy hungry for bounties,
Yeah, so this would equate to like, I don't know, somewhere around 10% of the field or less, maybe
yeah,
like 5 to 10 or
sure.
something.
Yeah, I can check real quick actually.
Is this a good call?
This one,
I think so.
wait a second. Oh, we
Seems
just
close.
defend, right? We defend, then definitely it's a good call. It's a suited ace.
You got backdoor, you got the king for the straight. I think this is good.
The flop. It's a really small bet, Like we can turn a spade, we can turn the king of spades and free roll his ass. We can turn yeah, I think it's okay against a very small bet. I like it. You can check it in GTO Wizard actually. But
Say whiz.
yeah, like I
You
know
call
it
the
kind of
suited ones with backdoors and fold every like offsuit ace below the
yeah.
the
If he
nine.
bet like anything bigger than like what he did, like I think probably you
Oh,
start
fold
just
this.
folding.
I knew, cuz the thing is here, you're too short to call backdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
You are right, my friend. But it does call 0.3%, right?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it's probably that call. Yeah.
Sliver
But,
hunter.
but yeah, that was probably my what do you call that? Like strategy to just call against very small bets because it's a mistake, but like maybe we can like turn something. I don't know. But
Alright,
yeah,
so we did
probably
some
start
folding
with-
for a while here. Now we've got half the chips.
oh man, we are so short. Like it's all falling apart. Like we've spewed off quite a bit of
Let's
stuff.
call it.
I'm releasing this 100% of the time.
I will probably release this if I'm good, but I might call this if I'm foolish. So let's see.
Well,
We cannot call this like this is like too bad. You're gonna flop a lot of middle. Oh my god, man! Like we're gonna flop a lot of like single pair, no backdoor, no flush draw. Like
Yeah,
against two
through is
ranges.
pretty
Like it's
undefensible.
so bad, man. Like this is just like absolutely like
Three
very
ways your range is
poor
what?
play.
Jack 10-0 there is your worst offsuit jack.
Oh, Jack 10
Yeah,
of course.
Jack
yeah,
10-0's
Jack
alright,
10-0.
I think.
Jack 7-0, man, like what am I hoping to flop? Like nothing, right? Like basically no flop is good enough.
I kinda
to-
draw the line at the two gappers, like the reasonable ones. Like when you get to like 3 cards between, it's,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I think that was a very poor call. But
I don't think you have big bets at this stack then.
I think I just wanted to like just get
There
my
are
equity
some
in,
boards.
because I have the very strong draw, right? And like
Yeah.
I didn't want them to like float the flop with like King X, like a bad
I don't
King
think this
X.
is like bad.
I
I
think
think
it's
this is fine.
I look at my hand
fine.
and I'm like, I can do anything I want because I
Yeah,
have like royal flush draw,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I hit the royal flush. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hit a bounty.
Kinda like it.
I hit a bounty jackpot on that one. I think $300. So definitely they knew that I was being a good boy. I haven't hit one for so long, like
Yeah.
usually I hit like once a month. No, once a week. Yeah, I hit quite a lot of bounty jackpots, but that was the first one for a long time. Was it
Nice.
that hand?
Oh.
No, it wasn't that hand. It wasn't that hand. It was a different hand. I'll let you guys know when it comes in. Yeah, it was a very happy feeling.
Of course.
Yeah. Get some of that GG money.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
like the
G-
call,
Oh yeah, easy call.
obviously.
You got the nuts, ace queen suited. This one. I think
Did
that's
he
call
check
down.
raise you on the flop here?
Did he? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
This feels bad, man, but like, you can't do anything but call.
I'm always calling and then.
Look how dry the flop is. Like, okay, so we're hoping for queen 10. Otherwise, you're like, in bad shape.
What about?
I think the turn bet is so small that it's like you're always calling. So like.
Of course,
Are you
yeah.
only raising here?
No, you're
no.
folding out you're folding out hands that you're ahead of and you're getting called by hands that beat you.
Yeah, he can have some weird stuff, like ace 5 of diamonds, who knows, some stuff. I mean, now we lose to queen 10, so we have to kind of fold, I think. Yeah. Like
Oh,
now
queen
we,
10 is like the one, I like the fold. I like the fold a lot,
yeah,
cuz
we
queen
don't beat
10
anything on the
is
river, yeah.
absolutely nothing. You beat nothing.
Yeah. Just fold the river. Like what do we beat? We beat nothing. Like even Jack 9 of diamonds gets there, like
What
whatever.
did he check raise flop?
He
Yeah,
did
yeah.
check raise.
Like if
Flop.
he's good, he doesn't have queen 10.
No, but he's not good. That's a problem.
Okay.
And he has no bluffs because we cannot think. No, I mean, like whatever it is, when he goes 3 streets, check raise, bet turn, bet river.
Bro, it's the
There is
nuts.
no. It can be anything.
You beat
I will
nothing.
lose to it.
It's
I will
Jack
lose to-
deuce. It's Jack
Yeah,
deuce.
it's Jack deuce, it's deuces, it's deuce 6, it's deuce 9. Whatever he has, we do not beat it with the king 8.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with
Yeah, I don't know what he has, man. But like 1 3 3 7 on the river,
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he has. You just know that
Yeah.
you never beat it with your like naked king here.
Yeah, we don't. He has no bluffs. No bluffs. Just pick a hand. It beats me. Aces he could have, who knows?
I'm taking notes.
So, yeah.
Bluff, NocriA.
Yeah.
On the
No,
river.
if you can triple barrel me,
So that's what I'm
And, like-
saying. He's up to this point, he's been absolutely out of line. He's been putting people
yeah.
top pair on pair board.
Value owning himself and now he's,
Now, bam, the switch,
Yeah.
the switch is on. Now he has top pair.
Yeah.
He's like,
Mhm.
oh,
Conservative,
he,
yeah.
hero folding. I think this is a pretty easy fold. I like this fold a lot.
I
Yes.
struggle with this fold because of the
What?
SPR, because
Uh-huh.
the value of the hand.
See, you're telling yourself theoretical lies
I
and
agree.
it's stealing your money, Louis.
I agree, we never win.
Yeah.
Okay, but the machine here is always calling and in my
Oh,
mind.
the machine is
Oh, the
snapping
machine
it
is
off.
always calling. Yeah,
Yeah, the machine's probably making like
Yeah.
0.5 or something, EV, something ridiculous.
Yeah. You know what? Like Johnny Chan always used to say, if it smells good, just throw it away. If it smells good, it's not good. Yeah, it's not good. Just throw it away. Yeah, let's go. All right.
I think this is kind of interesting choice here. I mean, I guess if it's getting ICM rich, it's probably pretty good. And the sizing's kind of big too. Do you think the sizing's kind of big?
I usually go like 4x, and I think like in PKOs you want to go a little bit bigger, because like there's not that much folding equity because the risk premium is less basically.
I
So
guess what
I
I
just
guess
go
what I was
4x.
thinking is like, the deeper you get in tournaments, the higher the risk premium, the more you can leverage, them just folding. So you don't necessarily need to raise bigger the deeper. That's why, like some of these sims, you see smaller sizings, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
I
I-
agree. I agree.
That's all I was
But
thinking.
yeah, I think I just still in like this deep in the PKO, just go like 4x. This is a little big, I usually just go like 7.88 would be nice. You have a point.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not saying too much about it. I'm just trying to find the points that are really intentional for you. That's all.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, I think I just wanted value from my hand, so like just raise. He folds. That's nice. We move on. If he jams, I'm gonna regret it because like, why am I three betting ace jack suited as well? I don't know. Kind of random. Don't really remember. But okay, this one's funny.
Dude, how does
Like-
this guy find this one?
Like,
Well,
what do I
alright.
do?
It's
Well,
a
what happened here?
jack
What
ten
happened?
board.
Oh yeah, let's go. It's the Jack 10 X hand board. Just jam like everything.
I like that.
3x spot.
Mm.
Yeah, you jam Queen King, keep folds Queen King. Yeah,
A
very
big
very
bet.
beautiful. Yeah.
This is probably fine. It's a low board. There's no completed equity. I think you probably do wanna make a bigger bet here. Although ace X doesn't necessarily need to bet big here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see it both ways. I don't hate it.
How deep are we?
About
35,
30.
we started.
I think I'm just like
No,
ramping it
no,
up.
like in the tournament.
Oh,
This
like
has gotta
super-
be final
super deep.
100 at
Yeah,
least.
I can check actually, but like pretty deep.
Okay.
Like final 100, final 110 kind of thing. It feels really
Alright.
deep. We had like almost a million chips.
Not
Like,
bubbly enough for the big bets to disappear.
Nah, man, I'm just gonna put on the pressure because people get scared at this
Yeah.
point. People are like, okay, I want small bet. No, big bet. Then they fold the turn. You bet too small, they like have an easy time.
Mhm.
So it's like also playing the field, like I'm like a lot of these guys probably it's probably like a probably medium ABI for them. So like they're gonna be a bit more conservative. So just
It's
like,
true.
just throw it in, Like don't risk your whole stack, but like put pressure when you can with like medium barreling hands. Ace nine,
What was the
9,
buy-in? Excuse me, I got here late. Sorry.
25.
Oh, okay.
bucks. Yeah. All right. So whoa, this one we fold, right? I mean, this is like crazy action.
You gotta fold, I think, man.
Please fold. Please fold.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
it's like
folded.
a squeeze 4 bet.
Oh, look at that! Like call eights? No. These guys are nutted, man. So nutted, man. Because like it's deep in a tournament. You're not gonna just like spew it off like early on. What is
Yeah.
this? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, no chips.
Yeah, okay, suited. I thought it was offsuit. I was like, man, what am
You
I
open
doing?
to 2, you jam 4, you call.
Fold. Yeah. Just fold. Jam it in. These guys are so short. Just call, I think, is good. We got the back door, man. We got the back door, we got the flush draw. Gotta put some flag in.
Probably not bad. It's just king high. I feel like the
Yeah.
guy's just gonna have a lot of king X here.
If he does, we block some king X. And
You do,
like
you do.
if we check call, it's not like we're gonna like in ICM, like check calling is not that like attractive because like we
Mhm.
can't win the pot unless we hit, right? And
Sure,
like, we
sure,
don't want to
sure.
play multi-street with like you don't have to turn the spade, we have to continue. So like I'm like, okay, I don't care if he jams because I'm just gonna fold. It's not a big deal, it's just a gut shot, you know. But like if we check raise, we can barrel some turns, we can hit a jack, we can win the pot. Lots of good things, you know. So it's like the hand kind of likes the see spade, jam, fold. Easy. Kind of like that. If we don't hit a spade, we bet small or we check. Just put the aggression, turn up the aggression a little bit, and people will not like commit their whole stack without like a decent hand. And sometimes you get lucky and just stack nines. Queen 10. Wow, I think even
That one's
now,
rough.
I would
Yeah.
fold this probably like
Yeah, it's probably fold, but
Deep in a tournament, I like folding here.
like if you look at chips, has got to be like hundreds of thousands of chips, and his bounty is going to be worth like I don't know, like 30K, 40K. You know, it's just no longer like the kind of thing you can just call off. We call off lighter for sure, but like not that much lighter. Like I'll call Queen King maybe. Yeah. What is this, man? What just happened?
This is like final 2 table.
What just happened, man? Did he just like put in 52 big blinds? Oh my god, crazy.
good luck
So,
us. He has queens.
Oh, okay. So we just win the flip.
He's ace.
All right, let's go. Oh no, we didn't. Oh damn.
Oh,
But yeah,
You did. It was just how it shows it.
awesome.
You jammed offsuit ace. Seems fine. 16 big blinds is under a lot of ICM pressure here. So he has to have a big hand.
This has
Yeah.
gotta be like final 2, 3 tables, no?
Yeah. I think he folds some better. Yeah, I think so because it's 5-handed, right? So it's like
I'm
probably
guessing
final
final
three.
2.
Yeah.
Talks to
probably.
the SF pocket eights. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
He just woke up with pocket eights. I think.
Yeah.
Like even that, we still have an overcard. He's gonna fold like ace 5 off, ace 6 off, ace
Oh,
7
yeah.
off.
Oh yeah, he
You know,
folds
so
10.
like yeah, I think we have a good jam there, profitable jam. Just unlucky, you know.
It's a
Mhm.
tricky call. I kind of want to get after
Do you
it.
ever convert some of those to raise folds at this point?
You mean the ace 4?
Yeah, just
I
like
think
assuming they're being a little cautious and you're gonna get it through a lot with the blocker.
I think that's good. If it's like stuff that has very bad equity, like ace deuce off, I would raise. I would never jam ace deuce off. I would not jam like king 9 off. I think like those kind of things that have like the gaps, because when they get called, they're usually dominated, and it's not
Mhm.
great, you know. But like ace 4, I think just makes it in because like you know you have like the wheel out. You kind of like get better hands to fold, kind of. But ace deuce is just too bad, you know. It's very bad in PKOs. So there are a few
Yeah.
hands like I wanna like introduce to you guys, which are very bad in PKOs. Ace deuce off, deuces, king, like basically king X offsuit, like king 6, king 7. Like these are really, really bad. Like never try to never like call all in with these hands because like they're always dominated. They don't have great equity. They like deuces is like very, very bad. Like a lot of people tend to overplay deuces because like, oh yeah, deuces we jam. But deuces don't have fold equity. They start to become quite sucky.
Yeah.
Because when they get called, you're always flipping or crushed, which is no bueno, no bueno.
Yeah, and threes, even threes won't fold in a lot of spots, right? Like in a
Threes is
PKO.
slightly better because
No, no,
threes-
like if you're jamming deuces, you'll get called by threes.
Oh yeah,
often.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Like threes dominates ace deuce, dominates ace three, and
Well, and the ace four is 80% against kings too, you know, especially at the end of the
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah, for sure. You cannot win. It's like a guaranteed win, basically, if you get it.
Is this the final table?
Personally, I think I would
One,
jam
two,
the.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is final table. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were
Then
saying.
then the ace four off should be good.
Okay, FT. So we're first in chips, right? No, we're not. We're like some middle stack. Oh yeah, we lost the ace forehand. Yeah.
5-way action on the final table.
I mean, this is the GGMasters, guys. In order to become a GGmaster, you have to brave the 5-way final table.
Oh my god. In order to beat the fish, you have to be the fish.
Yes, exactly. You have to
To
become
beat
one.
the fish, you have to be the fish.
Yeah.
That's,
Wait, so
that's-
we
That's
fold
exactly
this?
what a non-GG master.
Yeah.
How did we not go broke here?
Let's see. So 5-way
He
pot,
checks
right?
turn. What do we see? So it goes heads up to the turn. And we're saying he
Okay.
checks back turn with aces, kings, or ace queen.
Okay, so let's think about this logically. What bluffs does he have when he takes this line? Now, like,
Oh, let's back it up.
anybody
Let's
can answer.
back
Yeah,
it up.
let's take
Let's
it slow.
back
Take it
it up.
slow. This is a good one because there's a 5-way pot on the final table. You know, you don't get this all day.
Ace
all the
king, ace
time.
jack.
Yeah, ace, king, ace, jack, lower aces as well, like ace five suited.
Can I
It's
ask?
nice
Is he
to bet.
bluffing those? Is he bluffing those?
When you check
Who knows?
turn, I think what if I'm looking at your, I mean, I don't know the guy, but like when you check turn, I'm looking at your range. I'm like, you have
Hey,
a lot of like pocket nine. Like, when you
we're
up that?
pre-flop. No one knows what's going on yet. So let's take it pre-flop and then
Yeah,
we'll, walk
Alright.
through the end.
Can I back up and ask a question? So
Yes,
flatting king, queen there in a multi-way pot like that, I'm not sure I like that even.
Kelly, it wasn't multi-way when.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know these three guys.
Oh,
were
okay,
Crazy
gotcha.
people, you know.
I knew too much. I knew too much,
I
sorry.
was like king queen, you know, it's a PKO. So
That's
one thing
funny.
about PKOs.
Poker
I
goes
think it's
clockwise,
fine,
Kelly.
especially
It
with
goes
the smalls.
clockwise.
With the,
Yeah.
It wasn't multi-way when he called.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
it's
had
early
nothing
in
to
the
do with
morning,
those guys,
guys.
you know.
It's early in the morning. Come on.
I'm not gonna
You can-
sign I'm not signing the
you
waiver.
can definitely
that's
put
what-
this in a small
like-
three bet, like take it to like 4.5.
Okay.
Or
I've
you could
had-
also just flat, I think.
I've
I
had
think
I
3
would-
hours
I would
sleep,
prefer
so
to
Okay,
three
so
bet or
let's-
fold here.
Let's
at an
take
FT.
this. Let's take this one by one. Okay, so let's address the three betting thing. Okay, so on a vanilla final table, the risk premiums are very high. Okay, so you want to play more three bet or fold basically, right? Because you
Yeah.
cannot call and get yourself in a post flop. It's very tough to have a strategy like that unless you're the chip leader versus second chip leader. Then you want to call a lot because your risk premium is so high you don't want to stack off. You cannot three bet. Okay,
Sure.
so now PKOs. In PKOs, you actually call a lot on the final table. This is not a very well-known fact, but why do you call a lot? It's just because the risk premiums are just halved, right? So you kind of like three betting here doesn't really put too much pressure on this guy. This guy has half the pressure of what's going to happen on a vanilla. So I don't really get to three bet that much. You call a lot on a PKO final table, right? So
Can I
have to,
share some?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, look at.
All right, you see that?
I see a PKO.
So it's not a perfect spot. It's Wizard only has up to 7-handed, but we've got UTG 1 raising, which is his spot with 25 bigs, which is closest what he has. I have us in hijack with 50. We're in cutoff in the hand that you have. We have a big stack behind with 100, and we have some small stacks that we may have some incentive at inviting in, you know, 20, 15, 30. So it's like, it's in the neighborhood of your
I mean,
spot,
there's
right?
one super big stack, but okay, sure. Let's see what
Yeah.
the ranges look like? Yeah.
It's like worth talking about, you know, I mean, it's not like a
Yeah, let's
useless.
look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it.
I don't know, it's like kind of standard, like sort of like suited jacks, suited queens, flat,
Yeah, they do flat a lot, right? Like quite a
king,
bit.
queen, O, only 3 bets. Yeah, it does, like in this spot, it's gonna vary a little bit, like every
No,
little detail you
I
change, it's
think
gonna
you don't
vary.
want to look at this guy's range. You want to look at the 100 big blind stack because this guy can't flat that much because the 100 big blind guy is behind him.
In yours, you had a big stack behind you. You're big stack on cutoff and you have huge stack on button. That's why I looked for one like that.
Yeah, but it's 100 big blinds. It's still quite like a
Well,
little bit.
still, look at
yeah,
the
I think
100
yours
then.
is similar.
Oh, Did you look at the 100 at least?
You've got 90
Just for
behind you. That's like,
Instructional.
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, what do you want to see
Yeah,
from the
that's true.
100?
I don't know,
let's
What
just
does
how
100
his
do?
range looks. But,
He
but,
flats.
But let me
He flats,
chime in.
cutoff with 100 big blinds, flats everything.
Yeah,
So I would say
yeah, like-
hijack is like a range that we're kind of used to from like a final table sim.
that
This
looks like a normal freeze out, yeah.
Yeah,
you look
exactly. It
at
looks like
king,
pretty
queen,
similar.
So
If you look at
probably,
king, queen off, the call is not, it's like
no, it's not
slightly
calling.
Minus EV.
negative marginal.
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
if-
close but
in
minus.
this one because I'm hijack and cutoff is behind me, but I think if I was a bit later position, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, we're only talking about one
Right.
position. I think it's gonna
Well, like you said-
broadly apply.
But yeah,
Everyone's incentivized to call, right? So you're
Yeah.
often gonna go like 3-4 ways, especially with the big sack button. So
Mhm.
maybe you prefer to isolate to realize
Alright.
your equity better, heads up.
Why
Uh,
are
I
they
think-
So the
incentivized?
machine here is mixing, probably three betting a lot.
so I'm
Why are
gonna
they
drop
incentivized
the
to call?
To
Because,
access the bounties.
Is it, at
no
the
no
final
no no
table,
not really the bounties, not really the bounties.
ICM is more important.
Let no
Not
cry
really
I
that.
talk. We can look at
Sorry,
sims
sorry.
all day.
Yeah, not really the bounties because the bounties at this point are quite insignificant compared to the chips at play at the pay jumps. Okay, so I will share a sim as well, and I'll tell you the secret piece of information I've been hiding because GTO wizard ranges are not HRC pro ranges. They're mostly from Monka Solver, if I'm not wrong.
You
they're
are
not-
correct. Well, okay, there's a
Yeah.
caveat there. The newer ones, the PKO final table ones that they've been adding recently, they switched over to HRC Pro.
Ah, there you go. So, like,
But you
the
are
recent
correct.
ones-
Many of their
yeah.
older sims, like their standard sims are Munker sims.
Yeah, thank you. So I don't know if the one we looked at was the new one or not, but the old ones I know were not exactly too accurate. The HRC Pro sims that I've ran personally, and like what I've learned from courses and just like people posting sims and stuff, like you do flat a lot more than vanillas for sure. And the reason is just very simple. It's just that the risk premium is just not as high. You have like big stacks will have negative risk premium against smaller stacks because of the PKO. So you just want to call a lot more. You get to call a lot more and a bit wider, right? So in this one, yeah, I have a 90 stack behind me. That's something I should have known. Maybe if I knew that, I would have 3-bet. But like I kind of like this disrespect like the guy behind me. I was like, this guy's not gonna like be that aggressive, So probably if I pay more attention, I would like to 3-bet this a bit more, like just put some pressure on this guy. Like he's short, and like we're just a medium stack, right? Like we don't want this guy to come and squeeze, but even more, we don't want him to like call and 2 other people call. Like that's like really bad as well. But I'll share
Yeah.
a quick sim. Just
And
so
I
that
think the bounty effect, once again, when you're at the final table, it returns closer to like it is in the early game and it's magnified. Like it's meaningful to collect bounties at the FT. Way more so than 40 players, 50 players left.
really.
Cause the bounties are once again, like quite large and proportional to the pay jumps.
I
wouldn't
have
agree
heard
with
like
that
the
actually.
opposite.
Yeah,
All the
Especially
pros-
early at the FT.
All the pros
Why
I've seen do
would that
videos.
happen? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, all the pros I've seen do videos say bounties are inconsequential at the final table of PKO. ICM is much more important.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Because
I mean, but then you're still saying flat wider.
no, it's not about the bounties. It's not about the bounties. It's
It's
reduced risk
both. It's
premium.
about both. You can't deny it's not
No, no,
The
no, no,
bounties
no.
have zero
The
effect, you're
bounties.
telling me?
No, no,
Hell
no,
no.
no, 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 no. I'm not saying the bounties have zero effect. I'm just saying that the bounties have an effect, but they are not the main reason why you would play a lot of flats. Okay, the main reason you want to play a lot of flats is because of the reduced risk premium. So I'll show you the sim where, okay, so it's a very simple setup. You guys can see my screen, right?
So no cry, just quickly, this is the new PKO course that's just come out recently that's based off the HRC Pro, right?
Yeah, I mean it's out for like maybe, was it 4 months? I think 3 months.
It's relative, this is like the most up
It's
to
new.
date
It's new.
PKO
Yeah,
stuff that's out.
it's the newest PKO shit. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the best stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, so like yeah, learned a lot from this one. I constantly like revisit it because I think there's lots of stuff. But like just look at the sim, right? It's HRC Pro, so they have the post flop iterations, and UTG. Okay, so this is the setup, right? I mean, just show a little bit. This is the final table. Bounties are like 1K kind of thing, but it's a small field, you know. So the smaller the field, the bigger the effect of the bounties. The bigger the field, if it's a 10K person field, the bounties are not gonna matter a lot relative
That
to the
makes sense,
chips.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just how it works, right? So let's say 800 is medium, okay? So like 200 is like small. You play for bounties, you know, the bounties are gonna be like 4 or 5 big blinds probably. In a 2K, 5K field, I think this one was like 2K, you know, it's gonna be like a couple of big blinds at most, the bounties, you know. We can take a look at the chips later, but yeah.
Wait, but
So,
thought I was just looking at the payout structure, and it seems like, I mean,
uh-huh.
800 is pretty significant.
Somebody has an $800 bounty. What the heck? On this one, this one is a small
I
field.
thought I said the payouts in the like screenshot you had from the actual table, not the HRC.
Okay, I don't know about that one, but we can take a look later. But I'll just show this one real quick. Okay, so like just take a look at the raising ranges, right? So okay, cutoff is a big chip leader. He's raising a lot, standard. So wait, not big blind. Yeah, like small blind plays quite a lot of flats. I mean, he's covered. I mean, there's some, yeah, like this one, right? Hijack raises, cutoff will just call like everything. Short stack opens tight range. Cutoff doesn't tree bet much, just calls 14%. And why? It's just because he covers everybody. He has reduced risk premium. He wants to VPIP wide. He just like doesn't have that much incentive of like just treating this guy. And also, it's a smaller field, right? So the bounties, like Danny said, right, are more important. And Button gets to call as well. Like if cutoff folds, he still calls 4.7%. King Queen off is mixing all three. So you just want to like deep a lot of like suited stuff, you know. But if this was a vanilla, this is like three better fold, you know, because the risk premium is very high. Like you cannot like risk calling, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Like what is this? Yeah, the rest is just pretty much the same thing, different ones. Like do I have anything real quick? Yeah, like small blind just wants to like call a lot, you see? Like button raise, small blind calls 14.9%. Raises the rest, and then that's it. No jamming. You know. Yep. That's like
All right, let's get into the core of this hand.
Okay. So sorry guys for the
No,
long.
no, it's good. It's good. Thank you.
No apologies. This is very good.
Yeah. So let's see.
So
Final
I like a small bet. It's like 25%, which is pretty nice to go like even smaller than 33 when the action's
Yeah.
sideway.
Yeah, same principles apply. Like final table is still final table. We want to bet small. We don't want to bet too big. Okay, so he checks the turn. I don't think he's just calling me down with like queen jack, you know, at final table. Like he probably will not just like call me down. He is a pre-flop raiser, right? So like he did. What happened on the flop? He bet. Did he check call or what?
He check called the tiny bet.
Okay, okay. So yeah, he could have like lots of stuff, but he also have strong hands, you know. But we check back for pot control. and he jams the river. Oh, I remember now. I thought he had like, he does have sevens. He does have eights. Those make a lot of sense. I think a person that is on a big final table who has a healthy stack would not really want to like just jam and bluff like a random hand that he check called on the flop, so he definitely has some showdown, right? Into like a guy just because I check the turn, like I can't have aces. I can't have like lots of hands. I can have like a queen is gonna call. Like he must know that I have something, I bet into 5 people, four people. And
I don't
the
think
more
he's good enough to know that.
I don't know, maybe, but I don't think he's just gonna bluff his whole stack at a big final table when there's 9 players with just
I guess the
random.
thing though is like you said, he has a healthy stack, but after he calls a small bet, or even before he calls a small bet, he's basically tied for last.
Mhm.
Like he had 20 big blinds at that point. Now he has 16.
I like it.
I'd
Okay.
respect that he really has to be conservative if he had more like 30. 30 has like a lot more ICM pressure here than
Yeah.
20 or 16.
So there's one factor that I think is very, very important is that it's called the card removal factor. Okay, because it was a 5-way pot. So 6 cards have been folded that do not link with the board. Okay, 6 cards have been folded. So that means that they didn't fold a 3. They most likely didn't fold a queen, right? Because I have a queen. And that means that 6 cards are gone. So 6 cards of trash have been totally like removed from his range. This makes me think that like the amount of trash and the amount of like air he can have, which I can't really think of like a bluff that he can have. It's already hard for me to like contemplate what he has. So like these 6 cards are not 3 and not queen and probably not like anything like aces or whatever, right? So this guy is like probably pretty strong. He could have aces. He could have ace 3. He could have pocket 3s. He could have like the last 2 queens. He could have 7s, 8s. Like all those hands beat me. I cannot think of a bluff, so I'm folding. That's my.
I think, I don't know, I just like think there's a
I like the
little, I
fold.
give a little bit of spaz factor here.
But Tim, what are
And
the
he,
like? It's ace king.
ace high, like
That's
ace
a
high,
or like
king
yeah, I
jack
guess random ace
suited,
high.
pocket jacks. Like you see people do some goofy stuff. Cause like your hand just doesn't look like much. You bet 25% on flop and then check turn. So,
Yeah.
I guess the only thing that I would add to this is like, I agree strongly with how you're presenting this, where it's like, the guy's putting his chips in, he obviously has some kind of hand.
check
It's a
call the
5-way
flop.
pot. He could have
Check all the flop, yeah.
he could have like, he could have pocket 8s here, pocket 7s here, he could have ace 3 here. The one thing I would say though, checking the turn does kinda put your hand, you have a stronger hand. So I mean, there is times he could be value owning himself with king 10, I'm sorry, queen 10 or
Right.
queen jack and stuff like that, but for the most part, I mean, it's like razor thin. I
Yeah.
mean, you're basically
It is.
bluff catching at this point.
Are you jamming
Yeah.
queen 10 though?
Yeah, why would
Maybe
I don't think he
sometimes.
opens queen ten suited from EP. Like
Yeah.
he should,
Yeah, I
he
don't. I
should,
mean,
he should open queen
yeah,
10 suited. I think
maybe.
your range looks like hands like jacks and tens a lot or ace high.
I would block queen 10 if I were him. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think,
like
I
3
think the way
chips.
you,
Don't want to
I think the
suicide
way you,
16
I
big
think,
blinds,
I
Right.
think the way you played the hand, you're inducing a bluff.
Maybe.
That's exactly my thing. And it's like,
I don't
some
know,
people
bro.
aren't gonna go
I
for
like
it.
it.
Some people are.
Yeah.
I think this may be high enough up that
Yeah.
like
The thing
we
that
just need to
the
go
thing
with it.
that shifted it for me was the 6 cards that do not link to the board. So
Yeah.
if I give him some weird hand, those 6 guys have to like have folded all the cards that are like totally random, and like it's a
I
final
don't know how
table.
much
Like,
I
I
weight
don't know,
that,
man.
but
I think that's actually the big factor for me.
Say that again, the 6 card thing?
they do remove some sets of 7s and 8s though, right? With their,
Like
they would fold all that
imagine
trash.
the whole deck. Like I don't have a 3. These 3 guys do not have a 3. So where are the threes? You know, maybe this guy has a three.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
it's not common for you people to play a 3x hand, right?
Ace tree, pocket trees, maybe. I mean, he's
Ace
good,
three
but-
suited, two combos.
Ace three is the
I
only one.
mean,
He should have two combos. Yeah.
and
if he's
he
playing
could be
lower
folding it
ranges.
pre-flop. Like,
He has queens as well. Yeah, queens. Like these guys didn't fold a queen, right? These guys. So where are
Yeah.
the queens? Sevens, maybe. You know, sevens is kind of like. I mean, it wouldn't really affect because these guys would not like would also fold seven, but like he could have sevens, could have eights. I can think of hands he can have. I cannot think of hands that
Yeah.
he will spaz bluff 16 BB on the river at a high percentage. So I fold.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get ninth at a final table that you like work so hard to get with like queen 10 jam into king queen. Kind of weird, you know. I don't know. I would not jam my queen 10 suited here. I would block. I'll bet 3 big blinds. I
But
don't
as
wanna
Louis always
die.
says, you can't always assume your opponents are good.
I don't assume. I assume he's bad. That's why I folded. I mean,
Well,
not
if he's
bad, but
bad,
like, I
he
assume
could be
he's
doing
not
random
great.
stuff, right?
I guess though,
Yeah.
like that's also a point where like checking turn puts us in the spot where we are making like a pretty tight fold on river. Be
Man,
pretty
I-
nice
I-
to like bet turn a second, like 1/3 pot barrel. If he raises that, I'm like more comfortable folding. And then on river, we have a pretty easy check back.
Man, I have one last thing to really add about this hand. I think like checking the turn, if it's like, I don't think it's such a big deal. Like people pot control of final tables all the time. Like, why does checking the turn mean that suddenly like I have nothing? You know, like I bet into 4 people, I have like some hands. I don't think checking the turn immediately means he's gonna like spaz bluff like a lot of
I
hands.
think
No.
Like,
I
it's
think
very
words like
reasonable to
nothing and
check the
something are a
turn.
little bit overgeneralizing. I think
Like,
you can
I
have
have
hands like
something
pocket jacks.
decent.
Like
Yeah,
I think
but,
you
like,
can have pocket jacks.
Yeah,
Very
I know,
much so.
but like if let's say I have queen 10, okay, and I think okay, this guy checked the turn. He probably he might have like a jacks tens. I'm not gonna jam my whole stack in and make him fold with queen 10. Like I'm just gonna like block queen 10, get a call, and be very happy. If I have a bluff, I have like I don't even know what he could have. Let's say ace king. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but he's a bad player.
I mean,
So
then you
I
can
just,
rationalize that by saying like he can do anything, you know? Like you have to start with some sort
Yeah.
of like a thinking or like a logic for this guy, you know? Like if he's just a random guy, like I would think I don't want to suicide my whole stack with ace king just because some guy checked the turn, you know? Like I could
Mhm.
have queens, you know? Like I still have queens. If he doesn't have a queen, it's very hard to think that he would just like blast his whole stack. Maybe bluff, you know?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you played the hand badly.
No, I know.
I'm
just
saying
sharing
that
that.
the bad player, when you show weakness on the turn, I've seen this all the time in these smaller buy-ins. These guys just jam.
Yeah, but there
And,
being 5,000 players here. Okay?
Yeah, it's true.
They're
that's true.
10 hours in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is not,
I have another thought.
Okay, I wanna hear.
What if you check the flop?
That works as well, but it was like 5-way, you know. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to thin the field. How do I do it?
But
with
it's
a
only an
bet?
ace that really can catch you, or if they spike an underboat or something, right?
Yeah, so like I rather one guy spike an underboat than have 4 people potentially spike like any like a random 5, random 8, random 6, and I'm like, oh shit, like does this guy
But
have
I
6?
guess like
Maybe it's
you
too strong
mentioned
to
This
check,
sucks,
I
eh?
guess.
you
I
mentioned
don't know.
Yeah.
pot
No, I just wanna
control, but
thin-
like let me ask about some of the value targets when we talked about betting turn
Okay.
thin. Like is ace king gonna call another third pot? I think you put ace king in the absolute box if you bet turn small. Pocket jacks, is pocket jacks gonna fold? Is queen jack just gonna check call, check fold? Like I don't
Who
think you
knows?
can get
Who
away
knows?
from queen jack on turn with that against a like a
Probably
1/3
not,
size.
but like at this point, I'm not thinking of like, oh yes, let's value him. I'm thinking, okay, I might be beat. You know, so many people folded.
It might
They
be.
don't have. They don't have. He could have ace queen. Ace queen. Like why?
Yeah,
why
yeah,
can't
no,
he-
definitely.
you know? So. Okay, one last thing. One last thing. I think I'm pretty shared what I think what I had. I don't have a huge incentive to call. Like calling doesn't make me like the god of the table or anything. Like I have a lot to lose by calling. I will go down to like 20 something chips. Like that's not good for me. I'm gonna be in danger. If I fold, I'm fine. If I call, I'm like okay, fine, I have like a lot of chips, but like it's not
You would still be third in
great.
chips if you won't
Yeah,
pot, right?
like
Yeah,
I'm
so you
fine
don't
with
change your
42.
position
Yeah,
really much.
I'm
Yeah.
42 BB. Yeah, exactly. Like it changes my position a little bit. It's fine, but I have a lot to lose if I call this wrongly. And I have an edge against like all these guys. Like I don't want to risk my stack over a thin spot. Like just like when I'm not even convinced like it's gonna be good in the first place.
I think
So,
that's the best point that you've made. That's the best point. That makes more sense to me than anything else.
Well, we have some very, very strong points here.
Mhm. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
other thing is consider that on the flop, he bet out of position to the biggest stack at the table on queen 3-3
No, but I
into
bet.
the big, yeah, like you bet into the
Oh,
guy
yeah,
with
yeah,
90 big blinds and the big blind who still has lots of threes in range, right? Like your hand is a little face up here,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
this guy's gonna have a
Yeah.
pretty good idea that you have a queen a lot here.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So
Or you
fold it,
should.
fold it. Yeah. Nice. Let's go. Next hand. All right, ace jack. All right, bet small. Take it down. Pocket tens. Yeah, checking this flop. Just going for a check call. This one's a bit weird, but
The three pairs. it's
I
good
think it's,
Fine range.
I think this is fine. Yeah, he just doesn't have better very much.
Out after the turn goes check, you wanna bet small with the second pair.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think maybe even
I
bet a
like the
little
bet.
bigger. I think you can go
Oh,
up to like
hey.
6 big blinds.
I don't know, man. Like
No,
final
you-
table, I kind of like the bet small,
I'm with
like,
Louis.
Would
I'm
size
more
up here with
three.
a pair or better.
yeah. Like second pair, we don't want to like value own ourselves, but
Exactly.
I guess we bet a little bit bigger. We got a bit more value from ace five, so kind of.
I liked, by the way, that you didn't necessarily 3-bet that. I think people, it was like medium stack versus medium stack, and so you don't do a ton of 3-betting in the big blind.
Yeah. To keep the pot small and
Yeah.
just
Like
get
it's
it on
not a
control.
huge mistake to do it, but you just don't need to, and people get
Agreed. Yeah.
into
Just
themselves
the
into bad
control.
spots.
Yeah, keep the tempo in my favor. Just like not take too big risks. Be aggressive. Just
Wait, we need to see that lead on the river. Back up.
On the 4-liner,
Ooh, no, what? The before
the one
that.
before that, you bluffed ace 5 on 10,
Oh
8,
yeah,
7, 6, 5.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Because like I'm not gonna win with the 5, right? And like this guy is just what happened? He just only called the turn. So like if he has a 9, give it to him. But
No,
like,
I think you check the turn. Louis clicking too fast, so I can't really see.
Yeah,
I think I called the turn. No.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
let's go.
check call.
Bet, call, check, call the turn, lead the river, donk, lead the river. Like, what else can I have? I have a 9, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
A draw came in, you're out of position, you get the dunk.
Yeah. I'm not winning by checking. I'm not winning, so let's just bet.
You're probably planning on betting a spade that way too, right? Ace of spades.
Maybe not a spade as much because, like ace of spades, he can have other spades.
Oh, look at this spot.
Shit.
Ace king with the flush draw.
oh my goodness.
Ooh, hold.
This is a good hand. Because like the guy actually goes on a huge rant after that. And by the way, the guy with 6 big blinds is sitting out. He's just like straight sitting out. It's like reached the final table. He's like, guys, I have nothing. I've got like something to do. I'm gonna go play like.
Impress myself.
He just straight set out, and like this guy was so upset about this ace queen hand. He's like, "You donkey! You can't even like raise ace queen. Like what the hell?" No, man, it was good. Then this Canadian guy, I love Canadians. He defended me. He was like sitting opposite. He was like, it's a standard. Like he's a nit, but like you don't be too harsh on him. It's poker. He was like fighting for my honor. The guy opposite me, he got top 3. Yeah, he's Canadian. I love that guy. Yeah, it was awesome. Like the guy was just so upset that I didn't.
Wait, should this
like,
not be a flat though?
It's a flat. It's a flat. The guy.
I think it's a good
crazy.
flat. I
It's
actually
a
think that's pretty
flat,
standard.
Which is
I think
why
four
it's
betting it's
hilarious.
kind of
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
and
No, no, wait,
unnecessary.
wait. You three bet
No.
pre, did you not?
No,
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 he
no.
No.
It's flat, man. Flat.
Oh, okay. I
Flat.
like
This
this.
guy three
It's
bet.
seems quite standard. Yeah, four betting that would be
Yeah.
like
No,
it's
this is
not
a little
terrible,
higher.
but it's just unnecessary. Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
he wanted you to have three bet, or he wanted you to have,
He wanted
four
me to
bet?
have three bet because
Okay.
He's
was very
upset that
upset.
he didn't play the way that he thought he should have been playing
I'm trying to
because the waves
understand
were
how he
bet
thought he should
themed.
have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
playing.
yeah.
But
yeah,
even
yeah.
then, he got it in
It's a good
fine. Like he
flat.
just has a
I
very
think it's
good
a
hand,
very good flat.
and like he
Yeah,
just didn't
yeah.
make his equity this time, and like he just a little
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. I mean, when I saw his hand, I was like, it is one of those hands. If you win, you win.
Yeah,
You're
it's a
gonna
huge
win the
hand.
tournament.
You're
and then
getting
we hope.
berated no matter what you do, because if you three bet and he four bets and you call and you beat him,
Oh,
you're
I
gonna be
loved
a
it. I loved it.
you're gonna
I
be
was
a
enjoying
fish
it.
because you called a
Yeah.
four bet with an ace
No, you're
queen.
gonna fold to the four bet.
Yeah, no, I'm not three betting the fold or four bet. I'm just gonna flat, and then he three bets. I flat, get it flop top two.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
get it
best.
in, baby.
Played
Yeah,
it
then
very
the
well.
Canadian guy just like he's a nit, but like don't it's poker. Like he insults me, but also stands up for me. So I just gave the emote, like the which one did I give? I can't remember. Like the nice hand or something.
The I'm so good one is what you should have
Oh
done.
yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, then mental probably, yeah.
I have to
I've
look
got
at
a-
the replay. Yeah, I have
I've
to
got
look
a
at the replay.
PhD in my
I'm
emote
so good.
game.
Wait, you
so-
didn't bust the guy, right? And now he's gone? He couldn't even
No,
wait
no.
out one more spot?
He tilted, man. He started just jam. No, I'm serious. He didn't want to wait for the guy to bust. This guy's sitting out. He doesn't even care. He just like goes all in with like some random hand, like 5-3 or something. It was like he was upset, man, that he lost.
Is it called pre-flop?
He was upset.
You got him.
I think I was so happy, But I think okay. In all seriousness, we have 100 bigs, so we can call lots of stuff.
If everyone thought you were out of line before,
Yeah, we have 100 bigs.
They are
101 bigs.
sure.
101 bigs. Guys,
I
we
mean-
have 101 bigs. Who cares?
Yeah,
Why
it's
not
like-
three bet then? Why not three bet?
it's like hold my
Because I have
beer.
a nice hand. I want to go post flop. I have jack three. See, I have pair
Alright,
and flush.
that's a
draw.
good argument,
Yeah,
Can't
like
argue.
three bet. He's it doesn't do much. It blocks his folds.
Sure.
Yeah, put him in the blender on the river. You don't need to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it pre-flop.
We are skillful players. There's one guy with 2.82 bigs. We can apply as much pressure as we want. This guy is gonna get it. Come on, do it. Check raise. Come on, please. Oh my god, man, what a noob. Nah, I mean, like, we can just do whatever. We have 100 bigs. We have 100 bigs. Who cares? Like, just play. We're gonna win anyway. Like this guy's everybody's just folding, trying to wait for this guy to blind out.
What a beautiful spot.
Yeah, I'm just raising every hand. Like the guy just left. He just didn't want to play.
Yeah.
He's gone.
I'm pretty sure three bet would have been fine with the jack three. It would have just
You're
worked.
right.
You
You're
win
right.
more
Man.
chips.
I think I was just so happy. I was just so happy. with
No, it's
the-
fine.
Yeah, it's like, man, let's go call.
Three
Okay,
betting
so
the short stack.
There you go.
Oh my
what's
god.
he gonna do?
Box him up.
Nothing.
What's he gonna do? Fold. He's gonna fold, man. We are the king. We are the
Box
champ.
him up.
You gotta like just feel the moment. When like you just win the huge all in.
8-8, look at
Dude, I
that.
love it.
Yeah, let's go. One guy down. Let's go. Next one. Another one bites the dust. Let's go. All in. Yeah, that's how you win tournaments, guys.
Just savage them.
Just go. What do you have?
Easy. Who's
King
next?
Jack?
Come on. Get
King
every
Jack?
bounty while you're at it. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Have a piece of my 8-3 suited. Yeah. Just win every hand. Just go.
This is where
So,
the
okay.
bounties are pretty good, right? Like you want to
So,
be
okay,
having them
so-
at risk.
Yeah. We just stacked everybody, but this guy, he mounted a huge comeback. This is a Canadian guy. This is the guy that fought for my honor. So I was cheering for him. The other guy was a Russian nit, a very tight player.
What was
I
his
hope-
name? The Canadian guy.
Canadians have the most. I'm sorry, like the most fucked up names. Honestly, like you guys have the most crazy names, man. Like they're all so vulgar. Like I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
That's because they have the longest undefended border in the history of the world.
Oh my god. god, man! Like the Canadian names on ACR and GG. Okay, his name was what is it? Let's see.
A113FC0. No, I'm just joking. I know
Team
that's
it.
a random.
I don't think it was that one. I don't
Well,
think
what
it
are
was
the
that
odds?
I'm
I
just.
don't think it was that
The
one. but,
hash is
yeah.
the same as his
I
real
don't think it was
username.
that one, guys. No. Like, okay, I got it. I got it. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a real quick one. Oh shit, I cannot share screen. Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. Don't care about me. Let's just continue. I'll let you guys know. So there we go. Okay, I actually like. What is this? Ace Queen 10. Okay, you get 3-bet. Yeah, he's mounting a comeback. He's like got the same stack as us, so it's very intense. Nice. I think that was good. Well played by me. Just not letting him have his way, you know. What is this? Wow. Check that call. Oh, wait. Reverse. This is a crucial hand. Okay, so it's three-way, right? We limp 5-8. We donk the flop, right? Okay, so three-handed. This guy's just a nit, you know. He's a huge nit. We donk the flop. Okay, he raises. What are you guys doing?
He's got me, man. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm starting to.
Maybe
What?
call one, but
Call one. Call one.
Call one,
yeah,
right?
five with 5 outs.
Yeah,
For
call
six
one.
king,
Call
ace
one.
queen.
Because like think about this. Let's slow down. We think about this just for a minute. What hand will raise that checks back the preflop? What hand?
Jack
me a hand.
8.
Very nice. Jack 8. Okay.
You're
He
blocking.
Some gut shots.
Should have some aces in range.
Ace
Like-
8, maybe. You're blocking the hands that would make a lot of sense, actually, now that I think about it.
Pocket ace. Don't you block
Exactly.
that?
Ace Jack would be
Elementary.
raising,
Yes.
probably.
Wow. That's exactly what I thought. Because like, will one ace just raise? Like what, ace 5 just raise? Like it's not very intuitive, right?
Probably
So-
not. He's probably not raising a naked ace in this arrangement. Like, you have the chips, they have basically a tie for second place, so they're not gonna get too out of line versus you.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's
for
getting more
sure.
confident because his stack has grown quite a bit in the past couple orbits.
We don't know what he's thinking at all.
Yeah.
You put him on value or on a bluff, like
I think he was full of
BS?
bull hockey.
So
Yeah.
he is gonna have hands like 9-10 sometimes, maybe some king 10 and
10 queen.
some of this stuff, which you're doing fine against at this point. It's just, it gets kind of dicey to navigate on later streets would be my only thing. But I mean, thinking a little bit deeper about it, I think it's fine.
Yeah, and I'm
I think
like
they can also
just-
have
okay.
ace king suited in
uh
some of the limit.
No,
no.
no.
Like ace king suited is just raising, right? Pre-flop.
No,
Why would you check it back?
In the solver, there are slivers of checking behind with ace king suited.
No one does
he-
that in real life is what we're
he's-
saying, though.
He's
Okay.
Canadian. He will raise the ace king because that like Lewis. You know,
Yes.
you raise ace king, right? Like
Yes,
in Canada, you raise ace king.
yes, every time.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So he raises ace king pre, he raises ace jack pre. He has only jack 8 and ace 8 at most. And I block that. So I'm calling. Right.
Dunk
And the
the
turns
turn.
jack, even better.
You can dunk
Even
the
better.
turn.
Nah,
Mm,
man. Check. Let him hang himself.
the jack is a little scary. Well, is it scary?
No, it's
Is the
it's
jack
very,
scary?
very good card because he has less chance of having jack 8. So he
Yeah,
has
it's like, there's only like 2 combos of jack 8 left, right?
Yeah,
Well, no,
you
no, no,
got-
there's the offsuit ones, cause he checked back. But
and
yeah,
his
I hear what
size-
you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. His sizing is just BS, you know, like he has nothing. He just has some stupid high card, in my opinion. Because
Yeah, and Jack is just gonna call on the flop a lot.
Mm-hmm,
yes,
mm-hmm.
when it's like a high pressure situation, people will rarely do like mixing plays, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna mix like ace king by checking back. They're gonna play value quite straight up. They
Yeah,
are gonna like spaz out a little bit like in these spots because they think they're supposed to be aggressive. So if he has like queen 9, if he has like 9-7 with off clubs, you know, kind of thing, like those would check back pre. Like he's gonna be like, oh yeah, like I'll raise, you know, like put some pressure. Oh man, I have to bet the turn. So it's an easy call for us, at least on the turn. If he shoves river, different story. You know, we have to take our time, think it through. But on the turn, I was really confident he was bluffing.
Okay,
call.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
and
Nice, dude.
all the gut shots, you know, king 10, queen 9, queen.
You're just
queen
finding
jack, like
spots where they're
all of those.
balanced
Yeah,
and you're saying,
yeah,
right,
unbalanced. He has no value.
I'll
We
fold
block his eight.
everything with my king, queen. I'll
Yeah.
call
Oh,
everything here with my 8. It's fine.
by the way, this on the solver is a fold, pure fold. But I call, pure call. Let's go, river. Oh, perfect river, best river in the deck.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's a
man.
completely blank river.
Yeah,
It is.
I was like, check, and he jams. I snap call. Then he bet
So like
3.5.
this little bet also is completely BS. Anytime someone like would take a check raise, polar bet on the turn, like like a 70% bet, and then they go this like little bet size on the river makes 0 sense. This is like, please fold. I don't wanna put any more chips in.
You know what? Like when he bet this sizing, I almost like cried because like I was like, oh my god, like nobody will bluff this stupid size. Like it's so dumb. Like he's repping absolutely nothing. So I was like, this guy must have like a stupid ace or something. I'm dead.
He could
You know?
have an ace, I
Yeah.
guess.
No,
He
with
could
the
have ace
size,
eight. Ace eight would make a lot
yeah,
of sense
but
here.
but it doesn't matter because it's so small. I'm still calling, right? So I was like, oh my god, is this really happening? Is this guy really doing this with like an ace?
Eight,
Because
he's
like,
got the 8-4.
yeah, maybe. But like, I was expecting a jam. He disappointed me. So I was like, okay, whatever. We just call. Boom.
9-7 off. I'm calling it.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go,
9-10. Okay, this
Let's
makes a
go,
lot of
please.
sense.
Yeah.
His river bet is absolute BS though. Like he
Terrible.
completely. He
Yep.
should have just checked if he was gonna be like so half-hearted about it. Like he had a reasonable bluff combo. He could have just jammed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing. People will get scared on big final tables because they feel that they're gonna punt. So like they don't want to check back and lose with the 10 high. So he took the middle road, which is absolutely
The
represent
worst
nothing at
option.
all.
The worst option.
Yeah. You represent absolutely nothing. You have a polarized range. When you raise the flop, bet the turn. Polarized range, you want to jam the river or check. You don't want to bet 3.5 because that makes no sense at all.
He took the worst option. Like
His name is yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd have more respect if he just followed through and jammed.
Me
Would you
too,
call
me
the
too.
jam there?
A snap call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping he jammed. That's why I was like, oh my god, like it's over. But it's
Very,
not.
very sick hand, man.
Yeah, cool hand.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to be learned from that hand.
So basically, because it doesn't raise you pre-flop, you can rule out ace jack and even
Yeah.
ace eight.
Ace eight, I think
Block
maybe
it.
some offsuit combos, maybe. But
Yeah,
like,
but you block it
I
and
blocked that. Yes. That's the thing. I blocked his only combos. Yeah.
so you
Right,
bet
so
one,
when
you
he
raise.
opens this raise dialogue, he really kinda seals his fate. Because you're blocking the hands that make the most sense, and then you just get you get a deceivingly clean run out, is the funny part about it. Where like a lot of people, if they didn't think deeply enough about it, would be like, oh, this is absolutely horrible. I'm just losing to, a jack or something here.
Yeah, you said it beautifully.
Yeah, but a jack should never raise here.
Well, that's the key. This is the biggest mistake this guy made in this hand. I would say. I don't even know if it's a mistake. It's just. I don't know. Yeah,
It's just this is his name is Assam Poker, and he has a very
Assam.
weird looking display picture. So I'll just take a quick screenshot and put it in the Discord.
He put out a lot of information with this raise, I
didn't
guess
know.
it's, yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
didn't
good
know what
guy.
he was up against.
He's a nice guy. He defended me, you know.
He was playing chess when you were playing checkers, is what's going on here.
No, you got it backwards.
Yes, I do.
I was
Thank
playing
you.
checkers. He was playing 5D chess.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, it's this swung the three-way, honestly. Like I was losing chips. It was like 30. So luckily our hand reading bailed us out and we have the chip lead back.
Now, if this would have been the net, we would have had to have
Oh,
other assumptions.
Man,
Cause he
like,
might
I
not
hope,
raise ace jack, right?
I hope we have time because like I
Yeah.
want to show you how I demolished the nit. So let's get to it.
But
because
I think if the nit enters this pot on the button, 5/8's an easy fold.
yeah, for sure. For sure. The nit is the super nit, but we
Well,
will
I
see,
meant
yeah.
in the same spot, in the same position.
Oh yeah, no,
But he was a nit, yeah.
I'm folding like ace, aces
Yeah.
to him now. Like
Yeah.
he's very extreme. We will soon fight him hits up because Assam Poker has lost all will to live by now.
You've demoralized him with that hand.
Man, wouldn't you be demoralized? You
Oh,
run
I
a
would,
bluff.
I would be in my
Yeah,
head. Yeah, I would
I
be in
would
my
be
head.
distraught.
No, I would have shoved the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah, and
Yeah.
like I could have been okay with the river shove. I'd have been a little
Yeah.
annoyed. And
Mhm.
if you show me 8-5 offsuit there, I'd been like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I got owned.
Calling
Yeah, that's-
station.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I
Again,
am a sensation. Yeah. I mean, small hand. Just gonna bet. I mean, the nit calls. Okay. We bet again. This one is like a barrel. I didn't know he was a nit. So I barrel again just to put pressure. He calls. I'm like, oh my God, man. Oh my God. Queen 9. It actually is
Queen 9
GTO.
and he just called and didn't.
Yeah, it is GTO actually, but like it does raise the flop, of course. But like technically he can still play. But like he called really fast, like both times. He didn't even consider raising.
So do you ever follow through with a triple barrel there, versus some
Uh,
opponents? Not necessarily the nit, but I'm just saying some opponents. Because like the
um,
6 is not too bad in my mind. I'm not a big fan of having the ace, but I don't know if it's really that relevant in that spot.
oh no, I think we do bluff. We do want to bluff that sometimes in GTO
Yeah,
because
with
we want to
insta
bluff on the
calls.
bottom.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
can if he insta calls both.
Yeah,
Cause I
he
mean, the
calls it-
I
6
feel
is
the
actually,
opposite.
the 6 is pretty
Yeah.
good here, I think.
It's good. It's good to bluff, but I hadn't seen him do anything the whole final table. So like I already had like my observation on him. Like do we remember him doing anything the whole final table?
oh,
No,
he did
right?
nothing.
Like he did
No.
nothing. He just like sat there and just like I don't know, like played a couple of hands, probably like aces or something.
He folded
like
his way into third place.
into top three, yeah, top three. He got second eventually. So like I'm like this guy is some like grinder knit guy from Russia just waiting to get like free gifts and stuff. Like he doesn't even stack off with nines. Something like that. Like he was very nitty. Okay, let's go. Heads up. Okay. Jam call.
Easy spot.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fine.
Sure,
Fair
take
play.
it.
Fair play. It's okay. Let's get a heads up going. We bet the flop. We bet the turn. I think it's a good barrel. Sometimes you gotta barrel this. Ace on the river.
Ace
I
of
don't think
hearts is bad. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we
I would
can't
give up.
barrel this with no heart. Ace 6 he has, Ace 6.
Wow,
mean,
dude, he
this
just had
guy-
the nuts,
This guy
man.
just has it, he just has it. He doesn't consider raising at all.
Does he
and then
raise
So-
flop or just limp?
What happened? I don't remember. I think he called, right?
He
the
just
raise?
called. Yeah, he just called. So basically
yeah.
what you learn here is you can never cap this guy. This guy's never capped.
This
Or-
guy just when he calls, he has like very strong hands because like he just has it. Like he just has it. He just has it. He only shows down the nuts, right? So far. So like we have to think of it as like this guy's not gonna raise any value. So when he calls, we have to be very aware of that. Like he's not really capped, like you said. So no triple barreling, no like less double barreling, just
Yep,
like playing the flop.
that's
Because on the
the-
flop, he's gonna fold a lot of his stuff, I think.
I think that's
So
a
we're-
great adjustment. That's very smart how you thought through that. Like,
Yeah.
you would shift your strategy basically to a complete flop strategy. If he continues past
Yeah.
the flop, he's got a hand and you give up
Yeah,
if you
we-
don't have value.
Yeah. And we just value him. Like when we get a real hand, we just like he calls, we just go 3 streets because
That's the money approach with this guy.
yeah, he has like a very defined hand. So I'm just raising, he's not showing any resistance. We limp. Like he raises, we just fold. No need to think too much. He limps, we ISO, we bet, he folds. He didn't hit. We just it's like very easy to play against him. We flop a straight, we raise. Just no need to slow play, just raise.
You sure about this one?
Actually, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like
He bet
Wait.
out.
he bet out. He has 9.6 for big blinds behind. The board can get progressively worse for me. Any 6, any 7, any diamond, any like ace deuce, like are all not great cards. So if I don't raise now, like it's gonna be a bad card, I think, on the turn.
Yeah, but it
most
doesn't
likely.
matter. You're never gonna fold no matter what runs.
No, but it kills my action.
Yeah.
Like let's say he has like 7-5, I don't know, and like an ace comes, he's gonna be like, oh man, an ace, I have to fold now. So I think I want to fast play this. Of course you can call,
What-
whatever.
What did he do pre-flop? Did he
I
limp
think
call?
I don't know, man. I think we limped, right? Feels like we limped. I think I was good. Oh no, I raised, yeah. So I think against this guy, I just want to like keep raising because he's very
Yeah.
passive. He hasn't 3-bet us a single time. No
Oh,
3-bet.
so he donked out.
Oh,
Wow.
he
At this
dunks out.
SPR, I don't think you get to raise a straight in position. I would.
Actually, Lewis has a good point. Like, I think maybe calling is quite reasonable here as well.
Yeah, I think I like calling better too.
Yeah, like, yeah. I agree. I think maybe I was just very happy to
Flop
get
a
this.
straight. Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna show you, man. Like, you stupid
This-
nit,
One thing I would say to that, I would
Oh my
literally.
god! Look.
Wow.
Sorry. What was the one thing? What was the one thing?
The one thing I was gonna say is, I don't hate raising the ace deuce, but I would literally pure click it in that spot. I would give him the
Oh
price,
yeah. Mhm.
pure click.
Yeah.
That way he doesn't really have a fold range, or he shouldn't,
I like it. I think like that would irritate him, and it would like make me very happy.
Well, it
So,
puts him in a hard spot.
yeah, better than a big raise.
You really just wanna keep him in.
Yeah. You're right. I'm not folding anyway.
This is good.
Oh, beautiful. Oh,
Finish it with a banger of a hand there.
calls it off with the queen deuce. He had enough. He calls it off, drawing almost dead on the turn with the queen deuce.
He saw your 8-5 and he decided,
Oh
I'm not
my
folding to
God.
this guy ever again.
I ain't messing with this guy. It's too much.
Yeah,
Alright, man. Hey, I know you have some time
Awesome.
constraint, Jeremy. So hey,
Oh, thank
thanks
you,
a lot.
man.
I'm sorry for going over.
No, it's fine.
Thanks a lot for coming over, man. You're always welcome.
Thank you very much.
It was.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Exciting.
Yeah, I would, one thing I would say to this, like, I thought this was really good. Even if it's like not the most theoretically like airtight thing, the one
Mhm.
thing I think you've done better than anyone else we've seen or had on here is adjust your game according to the situation. And, it obviously is worth a mountain of money, so.
Early levels, you're crazy. You're ready to get it in with the top pair, no kicker on a pair board. And then last level, you're throwing top pair, top kicker away.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. And it just shows the power of playing to the situation. Like, you don't wanna get confined into like what the textbooks say
And
sometimes,
GTO forces you to do this and that here. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
So many
Like-
spots also where you win chips, where no one wins chips right now, like donk leading on pair boards from the big, from the small blind.
Yeah,
So
it's fun.
very nice.
One
Thanks a lot.
one thing I'll say is just to summarize, like when you play tournaments, it's like the whole concept of ICM is just risk and reward, right? So like when we make folds, we make calls, like you just need to think like how much do you have to gain and how much do you have to lose? And like suddenly a lot of things are kind of clear. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you have a big hand, you're against a guy with a lot of chips. It's okay to fold. You fold, you still have like 40k chips, whatever. You hero him, you're like, it's GTO, like I cannot be exploited. Like who cares? Like if you fold, the risk is like you're gonna just like lose all your chips and just bust eventually. But if you like fold, like you could just have 40k chips and you can make the money, you can run it up, you keep your options open. So that's like just weigh risk and reward, and like a lot of things just become clearer at whatever stakes. So
Very
thank you
solid
guys.
advice.
But I can't have all the chips if I fold.
Then you should go with your hand, like how we destroyed the final table. Any two.
All right,
When you
man.
got- yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys. It was
Thanks.
fun.
All right, Matt. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so